is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, home of smoke-free slots and the highest payout percentage in the area. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. More spins, more wins, more fun. Milwaukee Brewers down 3-0 now in the NLCS following a 3-1 loss at Dodger Stadium to the LA Dodgers yesterday evening. Jacob Mizorowski out of the bullpen had a fantastic performance, but again, the Brewers' bats just couldn't get it done. Manager Pat Murphy after the game.
That team's pretty good. So are we. We haven't shown our best foot. Like I said, if you would have told me the Dodgers were going to score 10 runs in 3 games, what would be the score? If you said 2-1 us or 1-2, 1-2 them, you wouldn't say 0-3. But we haven't got the clutch hit. We've been a little bit foreign to how we've played in terms of contact.
Plenty more to talk about as the Brewers face elimination tonight. 7:38 first pitch. Pregame coverage starts at 7 o'clock right here on Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN. Wisconsin Badgers volleyball in a top 25 matchup hosting UCLA at the Fieldhouse, 7 o'clock tonight, streaming exclusively on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
There aren't any Jasons 12 and under. That's a dead name.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
How many kids do you hear, hey, Marky? It might be almost to the point of Ruth.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio.
You love that name so much, you don't even go by it.
On 100.5 ESPN.
If you call me Mark, I'm fine. I like my name. I like my name a lot.
The ESPN Wisconsin app.
Wilde and Tausch.
And ESPN Madison on YouTube.
It's Wilde and Touch, isn't it?
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It is the Friday edition. I have a feeling that we'll be getting visited not by 3 ghosts, but by 1 clown edition. The Micah Parsons is mad as hell and he's not going to take it anymore edition. And it's still Friday. We still got to get ready for a Packers game as they travel to Arizona to likely take on Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett and the Arizona Cardinals edition of Wilde and Tauscher on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and of course everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free, and all-customizable ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find both in the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And from his undisclosed location, he is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I don't know, man. I don't feel awesome. I will say this: big win for the previously winless Sun Prairie East freshman football team. So the last game of the season, we finished strong. It was our only win of the season. But I just want to give a shout-out to the coaches. That is a hard gig that they do, and especially when you have a very difficult season. So kudos to the boys for getting a dub. So that made my night a little bit better. But I get in the car. I'm paying attention to the Brewer game. It's 1-1. Getting texts from Jesse about the Miz and how him and Murph feel the same way and all the other stuff. And as I get in the car, Levo is describing a liner to center, throwing home, they beat it, and then unfortunate they bring Uribe in and he fires it over to first. And at that point, it's 3-1. I get home, and unfortunately there was nothing good happening the rest of that game. And Jelly, it's not over. But you sent it out, and I think I'm joining your club. I think it's over.
They're down 3-0.
Yeah, they are gonna
not
have to
exactly
beat
a
Snell,
bold statement.
Other dude, Ohtani. I think he can bring him out. I think he can come.
Ohtani is now the other dude. I love it.
Well, he's their fourth pitcher. So
yeah, no, I understand. Jesse has the car full of our favorite clown and the rest of his clowns, about 42 of them, jammed into a Volkswagen Bug. Has it arrived?
Or I got a couple of texts last night.
Oh, dear.
Saying, watch the Red Sox doc from 2004. So, do we watch the Red Sox doc and hope? But even with the Red Sox,
how about we watch the Red
Sox
Sox documentary and just watch that and not watch the game 4? What about that?
Well, that's the beauty of this country. You can choose and pick if that's the road you want to go down. I think it's over. We needed it last night. Everybody knew we needed it. Murph knew we needed it. I don't know why we keep going to Ashby. It's not working, and we keep kind of pounding our head against the wall. It's not working. And what is the old definition of insanity?
Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
And I trust Murph. I mean, but at some point, you got to say, hey, bro, this just ain't working. And
we need to start having a conversation about a conversation.
Yelly can't hit. Like, Yelly's just he can't hit right now.
Neither can Ohtani, though, right?
Oh, he had a triple. Gave you something.
Leadoff triple, scored a run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't. I was watching volleyball, so I missed the big showdown, but I caught the final.
So I think it's over. And I got the thing that was the most, I guess, saddening and a little irritating.
Uh-oh.
And it wasn't just from one person that I either spoke to or was texting with last night. The quote, Wisconsin sports fans can't have nice things.
Well, who would say that?
That bothered me.
Everyone.
I'm not gonna get into who said it. It bothered me though, because we can, and we remember the Bucks won a championship, people, a couple years ago. Yes, it's been 15, 16 years since we won a Super Bowl. It's been forever since the Brewers have even been to a World Series. Never won one. When you hear that, Jason, what do you feel? You feel like that's ridiculous, or do you feel like that's fair?
Yeah, I think it's really hard to win championships. And there are lots of teams, including the Seattle Mariners, who, what a weird series that is. The road team has won all 4 games to this point. So I guess that series has really started. George Karl. It's hard, man. Like, I don't know about you, but looking at the Dodgers, and I'm not making the small market excuse here. I'm not.
It sounds like you're going to.
I'm not. But they got 4 studs, right? In their rotation. We're cobbling together bullpen games and openers. You just said it, Ashby. Ashby started more games than Mike Caldwell at this point. Like, what are we doing?
Who's the all-time leader in Indy race starts, where they fire that flag out?
AJ Foyt or something. Right, yeah. Like
Unser. I think there's an Unser. That was
lots of Unsers. Yeah, there are a lot of Unsers. Little
Foyts.
Al. Yeah.
A lot of Foyts.
Yeah, I dropped the Foyt.
That's a nepotistic sport, huh?
I know that's one of your favorite topics, so we'll circle back to nepotism in IndyCar racing a little bit later in the program.
If you ask me, yeah.
I guess I'm thinking again about one of my favorite movies, Moneyball, when Billy Beane, as played by Brad Pitt, comes into the owner's office and he says, "I can't leave here with that. I can't leave here with that. Here's my bar. I want to win a championship. Here's my bar." They're not going to win a championship. And I don't know when the next CBA is up, but look at the NFL
26.
right now.
26.
Look at the NFL.
One more year, and then there's going to be a long, prolonged strike / holdout, lockout.
Look at the NFL. Who the hell knows who's going to win the Super Bowl this year? I know you are nut whacking, learned your lesson from a few years ago, but you go into the NFL season, unless you're the Browns and a couple of other teams. I mean, my God, the Jacksonville
Tennessee.
Jaguars are competitive.
Yeah, Tennessee ain't got a chance.
Fair. But, like, you got hope, right? You feel like you got a chance.
Let's just be honest about it. How many teams have won? In the last 6 years, how many teams have actually won a Super? 3?
Yeah,
So let's not act as if, oh, the NFL, everybody's winning. Hey, you get a championship. No, it's not that way in the NFL either. So,
well,
continue,
first of all, I would argue that is one game. The Super Bowl is one game, and
yeah, that's how they play football, Jason. They don't do 7-game series. Football.
I don't especially appreciate.
Although maybe
that.
they will to get that. Well, you cannot appreciate it, but it's true. Well,
so
guys, they only play one game in football. I've covered this sport for 32 years, and I can assure you it's never been a 5-game series for a Super Bowl. Not yet, anyways. Not a bad idea. They probably should start thinking about doing that. Continue.
This feels like angry energy more than nervous energy.
It does, doesn't it?
I am bummed. I am bummed, yeah. I'm mad. Jason said something there, and Jason, you know what? Hey, J-Dub, that one was on me. I didn't need to go there. That's on me.
My point is that I think you feel like you have a chance to get there. And it's a 1-game deal. Usually in a 7-game series, the better team wins. We're seeing that now. Yeah. They're the better team. They've won 3 in a row. But, like, you at least have hope that you're going to get there. Or you're going to get, like, look, there's 3 teams in this that I'm looking at going, all right, Toronto is not breaking the bank. Obviously, Seattle and Milwaukee. There's been examples in recent years, right? Plenty of teams have gotten in that vicinity, and it gives you hope. But in a series like this, when you can have the pitching staff they have, and you're trotting out who the Brewers are trotting out right now. Now, if Robert Gasser had not undergone Tommy John surgery, remember when he started out? There was a lot of excitement about him, right? When he got called up. It wasn't quite Mizomania, but it was pretty.
It
there was like
close to Mizomania.
Right.
Gas Man.
Here we go again.
Gas Man. The Gasser. Josh Gasser.
He's got that on his license plate. There was excitement about him. We obviously know how we feel about Woody when he's healthy, but he's undergone lots of issues in the last 2 years. He's not on the playoff
roster. Let's not act
roster.
like if Woody is starting this series, we're winning it.
Not this current Woody, no.
We can't hit. It wouldn't hurt.
Thank you.
You bet.
Really bringing it.
It's going to be a long show.
We can't hit. Guys, all this other stuff, like our pitching, Jason, for the record here, you're saying, well, they're starting pitching. Their starting pitching is completely
right. That might have something
us.
to do with the Brewers not hitting, is my point.
They faced these guys in the regular season.
Did they?
We're cold. I'm pretty sure we faced at least some form of this.
How many times did they face Snell in their 6-0 record? Oh, I don't know. Did you just say
I don't know?
They did not face Snell.
Yeah, because you're asking me like a pertinent, like I'm not sitting there breaking that down, but what I'm saying is it's not as if this group, we haven't had opportunities or looks. Like, we're acting, and maybe it is just because they have so much talent and you just get overwhelmed and your margin is so small that you feel that when you get into the postseason. And the regular season, you just go play. But the Dodgers made the plays. I mean, that play by old boy at third base to get that first, when we could have taken a lead.
Yeah.
And I don't remember who he gunned down at home. But you finally get some runners in scoring position. You got to cash it in. And we haven't been able to do that. And I just keep thinking back to, would it matter had we done something big, like Jeff Passan said back in July? Does that change the complexion? Because you only need one or two. If Freddie Freeman doesn't hit that home run in Game 1, could be a whole different series. Like that. Those are the things you think about. And it just, why this bothers me is because of that narrative. You could feel my frustration as the Brewers are rolling, and everybody is still hedging by saying, well, it's still going to be tough. We're going to be underdogs. We're going to be this.
Turned out to be right.
Because it's sickening. And maybe it's because there's truth in it, and maybe you're right, Jason. Maybe we never will get over the hump because we can't play $350 million or whatever that payroll split difference is. It is a monstrous thing to overcome. And maybe I don't want to just take that. But maybe other fans are looking at it and saying, you can't overcome it. And you just aren't wired to say, I can't, when it comes to athletics. But unfortunately, we keep getting in the playoffs. And it keeps reminding you when you keep chugging down that path. And at some point, old Dudley Do-Right puts up the old fake concrete wall, and you smash into it. It's as far as you can go.
Oh, that's
it.
That's Wilde Coyote.
You can't go through. And when that happens, it just becomes demoralizing to the lower market teams. But then you see the lower market teams that have pulled it off, and you still have hope. But this mighty Dodgers group, with all their payroll and all their stars, they have kind of been the Dudley Do-Right to this little engine that we thought could, but we keep slamming into a brick wall. And unfortunately this year, at least last year, in 18, we got through the tunnel. Now they gave us a late slam at a thing, and we ended up crashing into it right before the World Series. Here it looks like they were kind of playing with us and saying, oh, yeah, no, there's a bridge there. There's a little tunnel you can go. Just kidding. Smash. That's what's happened.
All right, a couple things. First, just for you old school cartoon aficionados, Dudley Do-Right is rescuing the woman who is tied to the railroad tracks.
Who painted the
Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner?
Wile E. Coyote. The Roadrunner would paint the tunnel and then go through it, and then Wile E. Coyote would try to chase him and would return to being a brick wall.
That was on before Dom and Jerry, I think.
Right around the same time. Both very popular.
The Dodgers are our brick wall, and this year they decided to fire that thing up and hammer it.
Jesse, put that text back up from Casey, because I agree with what he says here. Look, the pitching has not been terrible.
Agree.
It is not.
No, they've been pretty good.
But it's not as good as what – I mean, they're trotting guys out there who are – they are dialed up. Like they are – and do the Brewers' bats bear some responsibility? Of course. I understand baseball to that degree. Yes, you still have to figure out a way to get hits off of a guy who's pitching really well. By the way, didn't they light up Yamamoto the first time they saw him in the regular season?
He was gone in 2/3 of an inning in his outing against the Brewers.
It's not like it's impossible. But again, I understand the frustration with Yelich. I mean, I get it. I'm not here to criticize you for being frustrated as a fan. I'm just saying we knew they were going to be underdogs despite having the best record in baseball going into this series. We knew that was the case.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you tell me, is this ruining your appreciation for what a special year it has been?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it sure sounds like it to me, listening to you.
Yeah.
100 wins. Best regular season record in team history. They beat
was
the
a fun
Cubs.
ride. Let me tell you something. It's a fun ride, but if you don't end up returning safely back to the concrete, it ain't that great a ride. Like, the ride has been awesome, but you're going to get ejected. We're getting ejected from the ride.
You believe that they were legitimately going to be in the World Series.
Yes.
You did.
I did.
And the reality that they are not going to be is hitting you
sucks
like a ton of bricks that are being built into a wall that they painted a tunnel onto, and then it disappeared.
Dudley do right.
Old Davey just bothers me. And I don't know if I'm the only Brewers fan that
he's the Bob
bothers.
Costas of managers.
No. He's not near as smug as Bob. And
I don't know. He's got his hands in his pockets, very smug looking.
8th inning yesterday, and it is just I don't know. And we actually got to their bullpen a little bit. We didn't do anything with it, and he's just sitting there. I don't know what he was chewing on last night. If he had beef jerky, and he's got an assortment of different things he can chew on.
Pocket
and he just got his hands in his pocket, sitting back. I don't know if he crossed his legs or if he's just chilling. He hasn't gotten off his keister for three games. I don't know how many times he's gotten off his keister. It's amazing.
Are they so good that you could manage them? I mean, you've got some managerial experience, right?
Yeah,
you could sit there like everybody else, like Davey. You can,
what is he doing?
Have your hands in your Tito's jacket pockets.
I'm not going to disrespect Davey like that. I mean, he's won a world championship.
You just got done saying I don't know if he's gotten off his keister all series.
Because that's what he's needed to do. And I think as a team, you always look at the manager and you look at when – that's why, it's the same thing with flight attendants. If you're on a plane and it's choppy and that flight attendant's freaking out, all of a sudden the passengers are going to freak out. When you're in control like you are, why would you not be in control? So if you're sitting there, and that's one of the things I get LaFleur a lot of grief about, Panic City and gets all like up and up. You know what? I respect the fact he knows, man, we're just better. We're better everywhere, and I don't need to be all stressed out. And I want my players to be free flow and relaxed, and I'm going to sit here with my hands in my pocket. If he gets a Slurpee or gets some type of ice cream cone and he's licking an ice cream cone in the 8th inning in the dugout, I am quitting watching baseball. If it gets to that point where he can have a Slurpee in one hand and a soft serve ice cream cone in the other in the dugout, that's the only thing that to me could be more disrespectful than what I've seen so far. And he's not being disrespectful. I'm taking it disrespectfully because we can't even get him to get off his keister. He is in such chill mode that it's amazing.
All right. I don't want to be a glass half full guy here, but for the folks that come to this program to discuss the Green Bay Packers, the good news is we're one game away from that returning to being the focus of our show. The question I have before we move forward, there's only one man who has the power to summon this fellow out of the clown pen.
I hope he doesn't.
Has he summoned him prematurely before? He showed up after that sweep at the hands of the Oakland Athletics. He was there.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
So
I was unfortunately stuck in the car. I couldn't get out.
It could be. You were wedged in between the back seats.
I was jammed in that
small car.
Yeah.
So
and just like our trips to Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
It's no Chevy Tahoe, that's for sure.
Is Jesse Nelson going to summon the left-hander with the red nose and the face paint out of the bullpen, or will he stay waiting until it's not over till it's over? Is he sitting right now in his clown underwear with a big bucket of popcorn on his couch watching that documentary on the 2004 Boston Red Sox? Or has he gotten in his car and driven over to the Spark Building and the ESPN Madison Everlight Solar Studios to say it's Dunzo?
It looks like we might have some movement here in the Everlight Solar Studio.
Oh no, he's here. He's here.
Hello, everybody! Uh-oh! It's Dunzo! Dunzo the Clown, and I've got more jokes than the Brewers have hits with runners in scoring position. Kristen Yelich hasn't driven in a playoff RBI since Jesse Nelson began producing Wilde and Tausch.
Oh, my God.
That's a true fact. Oh! Not sure who's working harder these days, Dave Roberts making a pitching change or Luke Fickell using his timeouts. That's not funny, Tausch. Big game on Saturday.
I'm not laughing.
Jason!
Jason! If the Dodgers
No laughs here.
I'm telling the joke here. If the Dodgers don't win one of the next 2 games, they'll be accused of sandbagging, just like Mark Ananasio was at the start of the season. Hanging out on the beach, where they'll be next week.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah, I got it. Not your best. No.
Big finale. I have a letter from Bob Uecker. Dear Brewers fans, I'm very proud of our 97-65 regular season record in 2025, the debuts of Jacob Mizorowski and Andrew Vaughn, and defeating the Cubs in 5 games in the NLDS. But just like Joe Flacco finishing his career with the Bengals and James Franklin losing to UCLA and Northwestern, all things that are great but not quite the absolute best must come to an end. Get up! Get up! Get out of here! Dunzo!
Oh my God.
So long, folks! Maybe next year!
Oh my cheeks hurt, Dunzo. What a finish.
Tell us about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Oh, my. Well, when you're looking for new How
you doing over there?
When you're looking for new windows and you are Dunzo doing it, you go to Pella Windows and Doors. You don't need to go anywhere else. And when it comes to your home, the smart play is trusting Gina Della and her team at Pella. This month, you can score a whole house of new energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest. It's about the amount of runs we're scoring. For up to 60 months. It's like a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable thanks to incredible defense played by Pella Windows, stopping all of those drafts. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com. Oh, Dunzo. I hope Dunzo's wrong. Let's just get it. Is there any hope we can get it to Monday? Actually, is there any hope we can get it to Saturday?
You know what the biggest salt in the wound is going to be is I'm going to take a victory lap because Ohtani's pitching tonight. And when I said when Ohtani goes to the Dodgers, they're never going to lose.
Still with the Angels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're going to go 2
and
for
actually,
2 with
you're
Ohtani.
Be right because they'll end up with 2. Yep. They'll end up with 2 world championships in 2 years with Ohtani.
Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm.
Boy, that's really disappointing. Talk about depressing.
Dunzo
Jesse
and
being
Jesse
proven
being right.
Wow. All right, we're going to shift gears. Micah Parsons had a lot to say yesterday about the tush push, about his team's energy level, about the defense being bad in the fourth quarter, but mostly about getting held and it not being called. We'll hear from him next. It's Wilde and Tauscher.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for the great team at Everlight Solar. Whether you're saving up to buy a jersey for your new favorite player, tickets to a playoff baseball game, or simply need some extra spending money for you and your family, it's always great to learn new ways to save some extra cash. Well, I've been telling you for a while now about how you can save money and help save the planet by making the switch to Everlight Solar. When my family first thought about making the energy switch to solar, we weren't exactly sure where to go. That's when we got in touch with the team at Everlight Solar, and through every step of the process, they were great as we made the switch to solar. If you're interested in making the switch, let them do the same for you. Check out everlightsolar.com to find out more and schedule a free consultation. That's everlightsolar.com. Save money and help save the planet. When you're ready to make the switch, take my word for it. Count on the team at Everlight Solar.
The Milwaukee Brewers, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Game 4.
That team's pretty good. So are we. We haven't shown our best foot. We haven't got the clutch hit.
Tonight on 100.5 ESPN.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance. Because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Grassland Butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family-owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and Southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Shifting gears. And by the way, I am a huge Pat Murphy guy. The one issue that I have was that letter. I just thought that was I didn't like that. Especially, it was not very well delivered. It sounded like it actually was something that Bob had written, knowing he was going to pass away. So I don't have any problem making jokes about that. If you have an issue with that, that's on you. Because Jesse was really funny there. That was really well done. So
I agree with the YouTube comment. I think Uke would have laughed at the jokes about the letter.
Yeah, I would agree. So good job, Jesse. That was really well done. I also want to defend Micah Parsons before we get started a little bit, because and kudos to the guys at Cheesehead TV and Aaron Nagler and everybody that contributes to what they do, because they really, I'm not saying they changed the course of history, but they certainly made something a topic that was not getting nearly the level of run until their social media guys clipped together a bunch of examples. You didn't see it on Get Up. You didn't see it on NFL Live. They stitched together a bunch of examples of Micah Parsons getting egregiously, that was a big word yesterday, held. And yesterday, Micah Parsons, now this is where I'm going to defend him a little bit. He did not bring this topic up. Again, you talked about it earlier in the week. Matt LaFleur was asked about it by Aaron Nagler on Monday. So in fairness to him, he did not start. He was not the one who started the fire.
He didn't start the fire, is what you're saying. It was always burning.
That's not what I am saying.
And the world kept turning.
I already said it.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, you and I, same page. But once the fire started, it became an inferno. Like he was on a roll.
Hot.
Yeah. Whether it was about holding, whether it was about the tush push, like he was holding court yesterday.
Sounds like Micah's kind of taking on some old T thought processes here. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I think he's definitely taking on some of that. He's, slightly different style of player, but still some similarities in terms of their views, you and him. Here is what he had to say yesterday when the subject of the holding penalties came up, and he took it in a direction about protecting defensive players the way the offensive players are protected by the NFL.
We put so much emphasis on protecting the offense, like protect the defense. Like a guy could be trying to catch the ball, and you make a defensive play so he doesn't catch it, and it's targeting. It's a flag now. But a defensive end could be rushing and engaged with another player, and the guy could come blow his ribs out. And we're not considered defenseless, but like we said, it's an offensive league, and it's like guy like damn near hurt Van Ness last week. Like, what are we doing? Like, if you're going to say it's about protecting the players, then protect all players. Don't just protect one side of the ball. Like, I don't mind guys chipping from the outside, but, like, running backs want to come and sneak players while we're engaged with offensive linemen. And, like, people want to encourage. Like, that's not good football. Like, that's not safe football if that's what they want to preach, like, on the offensive side. So I think those things are, like, more frustrating than, like, kitchen, like the whole, like, who are we kidding? You want to find guys for putting their head down, but you can be engaged with an offensive tackle and the guard can come put his head right into your head. What are we talking about here? Like, and look how many times that's on film. Guys putting their head down and trying to come clean your clock. But you can't do that to offensive players. Get a $50,000 fine. I might get a fine for this conference.
Yeah, you very well might. That was just one snippet of probably 5 or 6 different manners in which he discussed
in the corner,
this.
with a big old smile on your face like you always are with Mike?
No, I was talking to Lucas Havrasik.
Oh, my God.
No, I believe that, too. I totally. Did you not go to Austin Straubel and get your Irish kicker before he's flying
Give
home?
him an Irish goodbye?
No, I got an Irish goodbye. I never got to say goodbye. He was gone. He just left. Tausch, when you listen...
Maybe he'll meet you at Anna Stratford. He can meet you at Anna Stratford.
Oh, yeah,
Stratford upon Avon.
Special guest. Yeah.
Or Anna Stratford's, both. So I listened to the Micah stuff yesterday, and Micah gets it. He understands it, and unfortunately for him, he knows that this is an offensive, like the league is driven by offensive numbers.
And no blank.
Defensive players have gotten fined. It's been unfair for them for years. Like, it's been unfair a lot. And to sit here and, I'm not going to feel sorry for him getting chipped. And, then you shouldn't jump and try to knock a pass down. If you do that, I'm going to try to punch you in the chest and make you land on your back. That was what we're taught. And we don't get to cut block anymore. We used to, and I thought that was probably a little unfair for these guys, where you could go in and there'd be an engagement and you could rip their knees out. They've gotten rid of that.
Agreed.
And I think the defensive players have appreciated that. But they want quarterbacks to stay healthy. They're going to allow more holding. They're going to allow a guard because, Micah, you've earned the right to be a dominant player and have everybody give you attention. That sucks for you because, you're going to get rib shots. You're going to get chipped. You're going to have protection slide. You're going to have a tight end come in and try to blindside you, even though you're right. If somebody does that on an interception return, it's 15 yards and a $50,000 fine.
Mm-hmm.
But if a tight end comes in and crack blocks you on a toss, hey, bro, be alert. This is the reality of the business. Micah knows that, and you can try and change things. But what I do know, the NFL isn't in the business of changing things to make it easier for defenders to stop people. They're always going to go the other way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's up to you and your coordinator and your scheme to beat it. It isn't fair. Totally agree with you. But if you're banking on someone coming to bail you out, you're going to be incredibly disappointed. So, to his credit, I don't think he is not a big complain guy. I think he could probably go to Za'Darius' school of firing his arms up in the air and flopping, and I do think he'll get calls, but you're not going to go make plays when that happens, and that's the trade-off. Mm-hmm. You flop, and you do that, and you get a penalty, but if you don't, you get buried. That's the trade-off that these guys have, and Micah is right on all of it, but unfortunately for him, there's not going to be a lot of people that care that are making any decisions that matter.
Right, and again, in fairness to him, because I'm seeing a lot of people saying, stop complaining, losers complain. Like, this has been his life.
Yeah, but greasy wheels get oil and grease.
Squeaky wheels.
What did I say, greasy?
Greasy wheels get grease.
Dudley Do-Right.
If you aren't going to advocate, you need to have a player like Micah advocating for this.
Yeah.
I think it's going to fall on deaf ears, but the tush push is another great example. It's ridiculous. So I love the fact that Micah is at the point where he can speak his mind. I don't think he's going to change how he plays.
No.
And I don't think he's going to get a ton more calls. I would bet this week he gets a holding call. I'll almost guarantee it, and it's all because of the squeaky wheel theory.
But the first thing he said when he was asked about this, his line was, after 5 years of not getting a call, you eventually stop worrying about it. I think I've just got to keep going. That's part of the challenges. It's bothersome. That worries me. They know that. That's part of being one of the best. That comes with some territory. So, again, he got warmed up and then he got rolling. He's not wrong. He dealt with this in Dallas. I saw a bunch of Dallas fans responding to that Cheesehead TV tweet, basically saying, welcome to having Micah Parsons on your team. This is what happens. So, again, one other note before we get to the Green and Gold game preview, and Tausch tells us about UW Credit Union, which the Brewers could use some of your good vibes from them and you. The officiating crew on Sunday in
Cleat Blakeman.
No. Alex
How many refs
Moore.
can you name? Oh, Alex Moore. How many refs can you name?
Sean Hockey.
Yeah, it's a hockey league. That is a nepotistic world, too. There's got to be, what's the dude that went to CBS? I love him.
Gene Steratore.
Steratore. Love Steratore. My favorite ref of all time is Gino.
More of a Jim Tunney guy myself. Alex Moore's crew has thrown more flags, 109, for more yardage, 828, than any crew in the NFL.
That sucks.
24 of that 109. And by the way, if you, I don't know if you'd have any use for this, but the website NFL Penalties, I don't know who decided that they want to devote their efforts to keeping track of penalties, but it is a treasure trove of this information. They have thrown 24 holding penalties, which is also tops in the league. So I like Micah Parsons' chances.
Oh,
just
put me to sleep. Put me to sleep. No,
me talking about it,
that.
or are you watching a game that has a lot of flags?
No. I like you talking about it. I'm saying for the game on Sunday, it ruins the game. So I understand everybody's clamoring, and if he gets tackled, yes, but I don't. It's just it ruins football, and that's why this Detroit Lions story seems to not be getting a ton of oxygen, and it scares the bejesus out of me from a football fan standpoint.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about that a little bit further. I talked about it with Gabe and Chewy this morning on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. But again, if you don't like officials,
Matthew Nerdle is a ref. He's reffing in small colleges right now. Matthew Nerdle.
I did not know that. That's interesting.
Jesse, you can pull up a picture. His arms are all swole. He's officiating in I don't know if it's the MAC, but he's climbing. I think he at some point could be an NFL official. Matthew Nerdle. He might be a UW Credit Union member. He should be. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for you. I got a method, Jason. Proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. They'll help you reach your financial goals. I don't always know what that method is, but I know UW Credit Union is here for me. People ask me, why'd you join UW Credit Union, old T? Well, I like keeping my banking local. I love their member-first service, and I love their great perks like early payday. If you love Wisconsin like I do, just can't pay with anything else. Fandom will make you do crazy things. This makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member today. Get your Bucky card like I did, federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions do apply.
You're telling me that when you brought up Matthew Nerdle, because that thought came across your desk, entered your brain, it was you being 2 steps ahead, setting up, saying that he's a UW Credit Union member? Are you really going to try and sell me on that?
I am not, but okay. I spun it there.
It worked out great. I mean, it could not have worked out better. Hopefully our green and gold game preview works out similarly. That's next. It's Wilde and Tauscher.
Wilde and Tauscher on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Hi, it's Jason Wilde from Wilde and Tauscher, inviting you to join me July 5th on a journey through the lovely landscapes of England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. We'll take in the charm of the countryside and the history of the great cities. Imagine standing before Big Ben in London, then later gazing out from Edinburgh Castle. So rich in history, it feels like you're stepping back in time. Along the way, we'll explore the storybook villages of Chester and Shakespeare's Stratford-upon-Avon, places where every street seems to whisper a piece of history. And how about a scenic train ride through the rolling green hills that lead us right into the medieval city of York? It's all part of this incredible journey. From iconic landmarks to cozy villages, from bustling city streets to peaceful countryside views, you'll experience the very best of Britain's history, culture, and beauty, and create memories that last a lifetime. To learn more about this amazing adventure, text TRAVEL to 844-770-3776 or visit ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com for full details.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut, and let me tell you, Pizza Hut delivers a win every time with the Big Dinner Box. For just $19.99, get 2 medium, 1-topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks. Feed your whole team for one unbeatable price. Choose your crust, hand-tossed, pan, thin and crispy, or even tavern style. Order now for delivery or carry out at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. The Big Dinner Box for just $19.99, only at Pizza Hut. And remember, no one outpizzas the Hut.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paints you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Calling Ford Escape, both with just 2.9% APR for up to 66 months. Only $16.41 per month for $1,000 finance. But hurry, these scary good offers vanish November 3rd. Visit MetroFordofMadison.com today, where the deals are a treat, never a trick.
It's football season in Wisconsin and the energy is electric. Get ready to fuel up the hype with Monster Energy. With bold flavors and that legendary kick, Monster gives you the power to go all 4 quarters. Whether you're tailgating before the big game, watching with friends at home, or catching every play at your favorite spot. Because game day isn't just about football. It's about bringing the energy wherever you are. Stop by your local Piggly Wiggly to pick up a Monster Energy drink today. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
Hey, it's John Audius, play-by-play voice of Wisconsin Badgers volleyball. Join us for the broadcast coming up later today, exclusively on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brought to you by North and South Seafood and Smokehouse.
Yes, I am. What are you doing over there?
Yes, you are. What? What are you doing?
I'm ready. What are you doing?
What do you mean? What am I doing?
Well, we're getting ready for
I'm
the
ready
green
to do
and gold.
game preview, baby.
We're
That's what I'm
getting ready
to
for the
do.
green and gold game preview. I don't know, maybe your little boogie board is not operational. You're just randomly now putting thoughts onto social media.
No, I have a lunch with our great partners at Jones Dairy this afternoon, and I kind of want to go out. I want to eat at the patio. And I'm debating in my head, and I want to crowdsource a little bit. Where are we at? If there's still patio furniture out, do you want to eat on a patio? Because it could be. I think it's going to be sunny. You know, these days are starting to get that whole sun around the moon deal and everything. It's
sun
getting dark.
Around the moon deal.
Called the universe.
Around. You know what I meant.
At
The
1
orbit.
p.m.
I've told you this orbit thing throws me off.
I'm aware. At 1 p.m.
Sun around the moon's kind of an older theory.
At 1 p.m., it's supposed to be 77 degrees in Fort Atkinson.
Yeah.
I'm more prone
Well, then what's
to...
what's your question here? It's warm enough.
I don't think
doubt
it's
today.
77 today. I don't think it's that
little
hot.
Dunzo is still sitting back
Yeah, he's
there,
here.
taking in the rest of the
He's
show.
hanging out. I'm more prone to sit out on the patio at the start of spring or at the end of fall to savor it more as opposed to like in the middle of summer.
Hot in the summer.
Yeah. I would rather sit out on the patio today than June 20th.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's all. I thought it was something I wanted to get an idea. I think anything 55 and above is perfect. If you start getting into the upper 40s, low 50s, that's what I think you start. The restaurant usually dictates because they put their patio stuff away. Right?
Yes.
Patio stuff's out, 55 plus.
Sun's
I
out,
wanna be out
guns
on the patio.
out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Amen.
Patio out, patio furniture out, Tausch is sitting out. Time now for our green and gold game preview.
Let's take a closer look at this week's matchup. This is the Green and Gold Game Preview.
Green Bay Packers, Arizona Cardinals, Sunday, 3:25. It is not America's Game of the Week. That would be the Cowboys and Commanders. Kenny Albert and Jonathan Vilma have the call on Fox for the Packers and the Cardinals on Sunday. Tausch, what's the big storyline heading into this weekend's game?
Jason kind of already said it with quarterback. Who's going to be their quarterback? Kyler Murray, obviously, if healthy, presents some different challenges to this group. For their offense, he's obviously more of a dynamic player than Jacoby Brissett. But that, to me, is the big storyline. But from a Packer fan standpoint, I do believe, which defense are we getting? Are we getting the defense that has been dominant in first halves? Or are we getting more of the defense that has struggled in the second halves of football games? Mm-hmm. That is, I think you're starting to feel a lot better about this offense. Storyline is their quarterback, and where's our defense at when it gets to be that time? And we all know what that time is. It's that crunch time. Where are we at with that? That, to me, is the storyline for this game.
Yeah, I was going to go in a similar but not exactly the same direction. There's some question about, as Tausch affectionately calls him, Maserati Marv's availability coming off of a concussion in the Cardinals' last game. This feels to me like a constrictor game. Can they go on the road and as a defense? That's a Tausch. I think Tausch has that patented, but that's what I'm referring to.
He's also set it for like half the games this year.
Yeah, he has. And have they had one?
They haven't.
No.
So that's why I bring it up now. I'm curious to see if this could be the week. But in fairness to Jacoby Brissett, he has been everywhere, man. And it seems like everywhere he goes, he has a couple of really good games for the team.
Every other place he goes,
he's backing up at. So
he's done a good job.
We'll see what happens on Sunday. Next,
the greatest backup quarterback in the NFL right now, Jacoby Brissett. Yeah,
I thought it was.
I'm saying that.
I thought it was Malik Willis.
Wow.
What do you think of the idea of just every week, like Joe Flacco could quarterback for any team that really needed a quarterback? So Arizona's quarterback's out.
All-time quarterback.
He only signs
when you're
1
playing
week
in the
deals.
streets.
No, he only signs for 1 week.
A 1 week
they
contract.
They have 10-day contracts in the NBA.
That's true.
What if you just do? Joe's like, I'm only going to sign. I'm going to do a 1 week deal here, and then next week Arizona can pay me more because old boy can't play. Oh, then Minnesota. Well, McCarthy's out. Wentz is out. All right, I'm going to go play for a week here. Flacco could do it. Like, what's stopping him from signing a 1 week deal?
Besides Jordan Love and Micah Parsons, which player will most impact the amount of success the Packers have on Sunday? Tausch?
Yeah, this needs to be a Josh Jacobs game. I don't know if you put him in that list of who I wasn't.
He did not.
I was thinking about this quarterback 1 week at a time deal, and I think it's awesome.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Josh Jacobs.
I was thinking about my brilliant idea of having Joe Flacco play all-time quarterback for every team that needs one.
Jesse just said Jacoby Brissett. I don't know if Brissett would be. Obviously, everybody be excited right now. The Bengals aren't going to let Flacco walk out. He's playing good football.
He was very good.
Josh Jacobs needs to. I thought he had a fantastic game along with Jordan Love last week, and I don't think that's a coinky-dink. I think Jordan Love was able to have the day he had because J.J. had a day. And I don't think J.J. had the day he had because Jordan had the day. It's almost like this thing is like a helix that needs to intersect, and both to really get the most out of themselves, they both need to be and they mesh. And that's when this offense flows. Just like a double helix. Yeah.
Matthew Golden is going to get more opportunities, and we'll see if that ends up coming to fruition or not. Next.
Matt LaFleur improves to 3-0 in his career against the Arizona Cardinals as a head coach with a win on Sunday. If blank.
Double helix.
Fill in the blank. Double helix, old T.
I think this game is going to end up being a big-time special teams game. And I think, is McManus going to be kicking, or are we going with the guy you were interviewing while Parsons was giving all kinds of good stuff to every other beat writer?
I got the transcript without any issue.
John Havlicek.
Hornacek. Is he kicking this weekend? If you're guessing?
Well, I actually also talked to Brandon McManus yesterday. I think there's a very good chance that Lucas Havlicek will be handling the kicking for at least another week. Yes.
So we've seen the special teams kind of go haywire. We've seen them not, and it's been kind of roady, mostly road issues, right? So this team to go win on the road, special teams and defense is typically how you travel, and that's how you win roadies. This team has not won a roadie. Special teams needs to make a play to win this. I think this is going to be a tougher game than what we anticipate. I learned my lesson from last week when I tried to take this team to Throttle City until Joe Flacco signed. Special teams is going to be the thing that dictates this week, Jesse.
I feel like we should amend our rules for this, because given the fact that the Packers through 5 games have 2 takeaways, I think we should allow turnovers to be put back in as an option.
No. I can't do it.
No, we can't, but I do think it's a fair point. Look, I think Jordan Love, who has been very, very, very good this season and was very good in Dallas in a road game, his record, not that quarterbacks should have quarterback wins be a statistic, but the Packers' record in road games in which he starts is below 500. And this is an opportunity, right? Yes, it is, for him to put together a very good road performance. And I think that is what's going to happen, and the Packers will win, and he will have a very good statistical day, and the Packers will improve to 4-1-1 as a result. That is our green and gold game preview, which we do in advance of every game because, well, we love doing that, and Jesse does a good job with it. Tausch needs to tell us about American Family Insurance, and we need to play trivia at 10:01, and the 9 o'clock hour is still continuing. Jesse, which caller would you like, and what's the category?
Thanks, Dunzo. Hey, we have our culprit this week, or today, Dunzo.
Right there. Don't worry, Rob Demovsky is aware we will be getting to him late today. We have made that clear. Get in the Zona is today's trivia category.
Well, that's clever.
Questions about the Green Bay Packers and Arizona Cardinals.
We've just completely written off the Brewers, huh? It's over.
The Brewers are about to lose a 7-game series, perhaps in 4 games, maybe in 5.
I hope so.
It's a 7-game series, so caller 7-844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. Caller 7 plays trivia after Tausch tells us about AmFam.
Life is better with a home and auto policy from American Family Insurance. That's because they're always there to protect your dreams. From hosting a family reunion in your new home to taking a family road trip in your new minivan. So insure carefully and dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance.
Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tauscher.
This is Wilde and Tauscher, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Trick or treat. Mark Tauscher here for Grassland Dairy. And I've been thinking that this year, when young trick-or-treaters decked out in their great costumes come ring our doorbell, instead of handing out candy, I'll offer some individual packets of the pure and delicious taste of Grassland butter. Why wouldn't any little ghost, princess, or zombie want to bring home the highest quality butter that's been produced from farm to table since 1904? Something so good, lasting more than 5 generations, would have to be the best option in the Halloween bucket, right? Plus, Grassland butter is more versatile than chocolate or fruity candy. It's great for breakfast in the morning or with dinner rolls and sandwiches in the evening. Even spooky, scary skeletons know to butter better with better butter. There's truly no better product and no better taste than the pure and delicious taste of Grassland butter. Grassland Dairy, crafting butter for 5 generations.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. Strong words from Coach.
It's too damn late now.
Barry Alvarez sounding off as Wisconsin still searches for its identity under Luke Fickell. Coach recalling the steps he took to make the changes necessary to become a Big Ten powerhouse. More from the Barry Alvarez Show.
That has to happen in the offseason, in 2 days, preseason. That's how you establish identity. Our identity was we're going to be physical because they were physical every day. And then we'd review it after practice in the evening. You weren't going to play or you weren't going to come close to the field unless you'd mix it up and you were physical.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Mark Tauscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott, Garrett, and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison. It's the Brewers versus the Dodgers.
And a fly ball into right. This is hit a ton. It is back. It is out of here.
Catch every game of the NLCS right here on 100.5 ESPN, Madison's home of the Brewers.
Give him hell, time to hate. Gonna live life till we're dead. Give me scars, give me pain. Then they'll say me, say me, say me. There goes the fighter. There goes the fighter. Here comes the fighter. That's what they're saying me.
We got no time to waste. Time now for trivia presented by Cousins Subs.
Wilde and Tauscher Trivia is presented by Cousin Subs. Crispy chicken tenders are now available at Cousin Subs. Order today in store at cousinsubs.com or with the Cousins app. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
And let's celebrate not only a first-time contestant, but also from a place where Jesse is not very nice to the people there, and we love the people there. It is Jake in McGuanago. Jake, welcome to Trivia, buddy. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Well, Jesse's not very nice to folks from your area.
Today's
so I
the
hope
day
you have...
also, by the way.
Oh, Muskego, McGuanago today?
Yeah, they moved it used to be week 5. They close it out now. Week 9 rivalry game, Muskego, McGuanago tonight. Big one.
Well, I just know
Is that
McGuanago's going
for
to win.
the Classic 8 or not?
I
Is that
believe
for the whole deal?
I'll have to check the stand. I believe it is because Muskego beat Arrowhead earlier this season, so I believe it is for the Classic 8 title, Muskego and McGuanago. I'll double check to make sure that's the case.
Oh, wow. Fact checking on our show. That's excellent. All right, Jake. Question number 1. Good luck. Good luck. Despite losing the game, which Packers wide receiver caught the legendary 2 Hail Mary throws from Aaron Rodgers on the final drive to force overtime against the Cardinals in the divisional round of the 2016 NFL playoffs? It's actually 2015 season. Was it Jeff Janis, Randall Cobb, or Jake Kummerow?
That has to be legendary Jeff Janis.
It is indeed. And while he wasn't mentioned by name on last night's telecast, when they got to the Hail Mary situation, Al Michaels bringing up those 2 catches, among others, that the Hail Mary expert had thrown previously.
Hey, by the way, 3-way tie if McGuanago wins tonight.
Yep.
With Arrowhead, Muskego, and McGuanago. Just for the record, I just got
Who sent you that information? Because it surely wasn't Jesse.
I had it right here. Muskego wins it outright with a victory, which they
let's
will.
go McGuanago.
Yep.
Question 2, Jake.
So our buddy Sean is who sent it to me, but I figured Jesse would probably take a couple minutes before you get that. So thank you, Sean, for helping out.
Thank you, Sean. Go Warriors.
Thank you, Jake. Question 2, Jake. Still the highest scoring playoff game in NFL history, the Cardinals defeated the Packers 51-45 in overtime in the 2009 wild card round. How did the Cardinals score the final touchdown of that game in overtime to walk off as the winners?
Total BS.
Was it, that is not one of the choices. Was it punt return touchdown, interception return touchdown, or fumble recovery touchdown?
That was a face mask fumble recovery touchdown.
Indeed it was. Face mask, well
three
said.
entries for that. That's a triple entry right there. He was wise about it. He brought his opinion. That's fact. That's a 3-entry, Gel.
It is not. You can check the official contest rules at ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
Question 3, Jake, and I think an opportunity for our first clean sweep of the week. No pressure.
Oh.
Which former first-round pick was the starting quarterback for the Cardinals on that dreary December day at Lambeau when Mike McCarthy was fired after losing to Arizona in 2018? Was that starting quarterback for the Cardinals Matt Leinart, Josh Rosen, or Sam Bradford?
Josh Rosen.
Where is he now?
Out of the league.
He's a trader, I think, at Goldman Sachs. I think he's gotten into that game.
Really?
Wait, did you just make that up on the spot, or did you actually
Go check
see
it
that
out. No, Google it.
I
Just
am
like
Googling right
Signetti.
now.
Google it.
I don't have to Google this. Jake, your debut, a smashing success. 3 correct answers, 4 entries into the drawing, which is coming up later in the show. And good luck to your Muskego club tonight as they try to prevent Jesse's alma mater, or whatever you call it, high school.
I think he's McGuanago, isn't he? Isn't Jake from McGuanago?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Did I not say that?
Yeah, well, I know you're correct every time, so
That's
I wanted
a
to
sign.
make
I
sure I
appreciate
Go
you
Warriors.
correcting me. Go Musquanago.
Jesse, are you on the call tonight, or did you get fired?
Thanks, guys. Love you.
Bye, Jake.
Love you, Jake.
Jake's got to go.
Jake's had enough.
This is a
Jake's had enough.
road game for the Warriors at McGuanago, so I will not.
Would
be
that
on
make
the call.
them road warriors?
That does make them road warriors. Yes, I was on the
Well,
call.
I'd like to see. Why doesn't McGuanago? They know your talent. They should bring you in.
They have their own broadcaster. I believe. I met him a couple of years ago in Sun Prairie when we were doing a game there. He's a nice fella. I was on the call last night for Middleton and Madison West.
Yeah, we don't have time for that. We need
Thursday
to get to.
night? Just wait a
we need to
second.
get to
High
Rob.
school's doing Thursday night this late in the year?
They did, yeah.
TV, huh?
Yep.
Getting the
Had to
TV
get a
money
doubleheader
into the
for Prep
NIL
Mania in there.
programs?
Yep. Mm-hmm. You know us.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm done.
Rob Demovsky is going to join us during the 10 o'clock hour, which starts in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with a refreshing offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. My new friend Chris from Oostburg is one of their skilled installers who demos your existing bath or shower, removes it, and disposes it before installing your brand new dream shower. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Hey, this is former Badger Brad Norton.
It's a fake. Great call and great execution.
You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out, 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. Milwaukee Brewers down 3-0 in the NLCS, now facing elimination, having to win 4 straight to move on to the World Series. And it starts tonight at Dodger Stadium. 7:38 first pitch for Game 4. Pre-game coverage starts at 7 o'clock. You're on Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN. Manager Pat Murphy after the conclusion of yesterday's 3-1 loss in Game 3.
That team's pretty good. So are we. We haven't shown our best foot. Like I said, if you would have told me the Dodgers were going to score 10 runs in 3 games, what would be the score? If you said 2-1 us or 1-2, 1-2 them, you wouldn't say 0-3. But we haven't got the clutch hit. We've been a little bit foreign to how we've played in terms of contact.
Again, Game 4 is tonight with the Brewers facing elimination. Shohei Ohtani getting the start on the mound for the Dodgers. 7:38 first pitch out at Dodger Stadium. Meanwhile, volleyball tonight on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Top 25 matchup, Wisconsin playing host to UCLA.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 10 o'clock hour with Wilde and Tausch begins now. We need to get to Rob Demovsky forthwith. Real briefly, though, you know how I love LinkedIn? Josh Rosen, we're not connections yet. I have not sent him an invite to connect. He is in the MBA program at the Wharton School at Penn. And he's scheduled to graduate in 2027. So he's putting his UCLA economics degree to work as he gets his MBA. Time now to help Jesse and Tausch win some moolah that they can then wisely invest with Prize Picks.
Yes, it is the Prize Picks of the week. We'll do a couple quick ones here for getting ready for Packers-Cardinals, 3:25 on Sunday afternoon. A lot of talk this week about Jordan Love's rushing yards. How about more or less than 12.5 scrambling rushing yards for Jordan Love on the ground, Tausch?
More. We saw that last week. I think he sees how important that is. And I think Jason pointed this out in one of his articles on Channel 3000. The rushing yards more this year than all of last season. Obviously, injuries were a factor in that, but he was moving fluidly and getting down and being smart about it. He's done where he's lowered his shoulder when he's had to. I think he's feeling about as fine as he's felt in a long time. And on the road, pass rush gets in there a little bit more. It happens a little quicker. You slide out of a pocket. He really only needs one big one. He gets one big one. He's 12.5 and we're, boop, check. First part of our deal, check. More.
I agree. More. Next.
Matthew Golden, also a topic of conversation this week. More or less than 48.5 receiving yards.
Ooh. More. I mean, he can do that on one play. He's explosive. He is explosive. And Jason has been lobbying hard to get him the football more. You got Aaron Nagler from Cheesehead TV lobbying for Micah to get more holding calls. You got Jason Wilde from Wilde and Tauscher and Good Karma Brands and Channel 3000 and WBAY TV and The Beef. And what other stuff are you doing?
The
Avondale
Beef?
and Stratford?
Yeah.
Huh?
Colette Vacations, yeah. Yeah.
Vacations. And he's advocating we need more touches for the Rook. I think Matt LaFleur listens. I think Matthew Golden's going to get more looks. And I think 48 is a nice low number for somebody I think the Green Bay Packers want to get involved in more.
More here, too. Next.
Last one, he had a bit of a coming out party against the Packers at Lambeau Field last year. Trey McBride, Cardinals tight end, more or less than 64.5 receiving yards.
Less. I think Green Bay has figured some things out. I don't know if tight ends dominated us this year. I don't remember Jake having. Did Jake have a big game against us down there in Dallas? I don't know.
I'm going to have to fact check that one.
I think we'll clamp him. I think we can clamp him.
Clamping.
And we can go less.
I'm going to have to fact check that one on Jake Ferguson, who, by the way, I don't know if you knew this, Barry Alvarez's grandson.
Having a great year.
I'm going to say more. I'm going to say more on this one, so I'm going to disagree.
He's engaged to one of those basketball gals from Miami.
The Cavender twins.
Too. Yeah.
Oh,
Big
good for
social
him.
media stars down there. Yeah, really good for him.
Good for Jake. All right, that is Prize Picks.
Well, let's be honest, though. I think it's probably good for her, too. Jake's a big deal. Let's not always just say, oh, yeah, Jake's a big deal. Good for everybody. Huh?
Until they get divorced.
Tell
us more about Prize.
Barry did say they went down to when the Cowboys were in
What the
Chicago.
hell is wrong with what? Did you hear Jason? What is he doing?
Yeah, it's kind of
celebrity relationships.
Nice.
Celebrity
That is not
relationships.
nice.
That's not very nice at all.
Celebrity relationships frequently don't work out.
Would you like me to bring that up with his grandfather on Monday night at the Hard Rock Casino?
Play that
Blacksburg?
clip. Play that
Are you
clip for Barry.
concerned?
That's gonna be a problem.
Good old Joe.
Barry, are you concerned? Jesse Nelson from the Jesse Nelson Show with Derek Engler.
Oh, this is not my question at all, and he will know that if I bring it up.
Put this all on Jaybird.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Are you concerned about how the alarming rate of celebrity marriages that don't work out?
It's terrible.
I don't know. I'm not going to tell you how to do your job, Jesse. I think that will buzzkill that show like this just buzzkilled that. But you know what's not buzzkill? Playing Prize Picks. It makes it fun. Real fun to watch these games. Which players are going to go off? You have your sports opinions. How do you think this Packer-Cardinal game is going to take off? You think it's going to be a big Josh Jacobs deal? You think it's going to be a Jordan Love show? You think it's going to be a defensive slog? Well, Prize Picks allows you to take your sports opinions and put them into real cash. I like more for Jordan Love on the 12.5. I like more on Matthew Golden. I have Jalen Hurts down less at 212.5. I think the Eagles, with Flores playing them this week, that's going to be my play. You guys go ahead and have your play, but just make sure you're using Prize Picks because it is fast, safe, and secure. They offer Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, quick, easy deposits into your account this football season. Just make sure you use the code WI when you download Prize Picks app. Get on there, use the code WI, you get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that's code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it is good
to be right. We'll ask Rob Demovsky how challenging celebrity relationships are. He dealt with Olivia Munn once upon a time as it related to one of those. We probably won't ask him about that. More with Wilde and Tausch next. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. You know how much I've loved Pizza Hut going back to the days when I was a kid participating in their legendary Book It program. I loved Pizza Hut back then, and I love making new memories enjoying Pizza Hut with my family now. Pizza Hut delivers a win every time with the Big Dinner Box. For just $19.99, you get 2 medium, 1-topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks. Feed your whole team for one unbeatable price. Choose your crust, hand-tossed, pan, thin and crispy, or even tavern style. Order now for delivery or carryout at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. The Big Dinner Box for just $19.99, only at Pizza Hut. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau.
There's no second chances. There's no do-overs. We're definitely primed to take that next step. That's the focus and the goal.
This is your Green and Gold Fix on 100.5 ESPN.
It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, sacrifice, pain to get to where you want to go.
This Green and Gold Fix is driven by Metro Ford.
As the Packers gear up for their Week 7 matchup in Arizona against the Cardinals, they're preparing for 2 quarterbacks. Regular starter Kyler Murray missed last week's game due to injury and may miss another one this week, leaving veteran Jacoby Brissett as the option. LaFleur on the challenge, preparing for 2 different quarterbacks.
Both those guys have different skill sets. Obviously, Jacoby went in there and was very productive. I think it was the most productive game up to this date. And we all know the type of player that Kyler is because he can make the on-schedule and the off-schedule.
Regardless of who's under center for Arizona, the Packers, 6.5-point favorites. I'm Alex Stroh.
Purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford at Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's frightening, but the rewards are thrilling if you're brave enough to enter the prize-filled graveyard at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. On Saturday, October 25th, 3 brave souls will enter the graveyard every half hour from 1 p.m. till 5. These 27 winners will each have a chance of escaping with $3,000 in cash. That's up to $81,000 in total prizes. So be here for Graveyard Grabs, the scariest game in town. Grab your friends and get to
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
You know what that music means? He's a big fan of the boss. He also has a lot of history with baseball. We can get his thoughts on the Brewers. I mean, he trick-or-treated at Bruce Suter's house. He was a bat boy for the Chicago White Sox. And he's got his nice ESPN quarter zip.
It looks good. That is
sharp.
good today. Looks like he's going to play some golf after he gets done working, is what it looks like.
Well, I had to go shoot a Sports Center for You, the new initiative for the app video, and we either have to wear logoed company material or a sport coat, and I've decided to go with the company material today.
Smart move.
Hey, you know what, Tausch? You know what's listen to Jason's open there? Like if you ever tell Jason anything, be it your personal life, be it like something you've done in the past, like he never forgets anything.
Oh, we
like,
know.
He's got a great memory.
That I went to Bruce Suter's house and he gave out autographed baseball cards until you reminded me. I do remember he lived on a cul-de-sac, and he was in the back right corner of that street. I can't remember what the street was. It was off of Fernandez, but I don't remember what the little circular court was. But Jason, I feel like sometimes Jason knows more about my life than I do.
Rob, how long you've been working with Jason? For over 25 years. You know his game. This is what he does. He did this to me as a player. He does it with you. He greases you up. He finds some fun facts about you, and then the trust level goes, and he gets you to say things. That's why he is the 3-time Sports Writer of the Year, and he's got 52
Rob's
jobs.
3 times too. It's not that prestigious.
I think I've only won twice.
What does that mean? Why are you crap? What is that? You basically just said the award sucks because Demovsky just got it?
No.
So you grease him up and then you tear him down?
No. I mean, in all seriousness, it is why he's good. Like, he has things to talk to about people, and he's good at it. So it's just kind of funny, you know.
I agree.
Sometimes I forget some of the things that I've done, or want to forget.
Beware when you're opening up the old vault. You know, old boy's putting it away, and he's going to use it when it fits him. So just be careful. Also,
I heard
what did you make?
The end of the last segment about Olivia Munn. Yeah, I know.
Oh, he's got all that stuff in the holster. He's already got Jake Ferguson getting divorced. Like the whole thing. I don't know where his mind works in some really weird ways. But Rob, not in a weird way. One of the topics of the week, soup du jour, if you will, is Micah Parsons getting held. Mike, I thought was great yesterday when he was with you guys.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I don't think things are going to change. I bet he gets a call or two this week, but this is his reality. He is so good that he is going to get chipped. He's going to get his ribs. That is what we're taught to do to great pass rushers. What did you make of your session with Micah yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, you could see it coming for sure. Like, I kind of, not that I know Micah well, but you could kind of, we've known him well enough to know that he even told us the first time he talked to us, I'm going to say some things that I probably shouldn't say. So I was both excited for and and satisfied with his discussion with us. It makes covering the team fun. So I thought that was really good. Look, I mean, talking to people that have covered him in Dallas, like he and I don't want to say he complained about getting held because that's not exactly what it is. But he has talked about this before. Like, this is not new in his career, and he even said it's been going on for 5 years. So, I don't think that part of it's new. I appreciate his honesty. I don't think he was whining. Like, I don't think it was a guy who was trying to beg for calls. It was more just saying, this is how it's going to be. I do wonder if it works at all to talk to referees. I mean, like we've all seen in basketball, like, referees can get manipulated and intimidated.
Yeah, Mike Krzyzewski did it.
That national championship game. Yep, 100%. Yep. Like, that second half completely changed in Atlanta. Yep. I think the game was in Atlanta, if I remember right.
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. I was in Atlanta. That's what it was.
Okay.
On my way to the Masters. But
humble brag.
It doesn't. I don't know if that works in the NFL. Like, Tausch, did you ever say anything to
yes, it does work. It does, Rob, and it does. And I can give you a distinct one. We're up in Detroit playing on Thanksgiving morning. First play of the game, we have a play to the left, and I could see that at this point the defensive ends. My job was I had to take a good angle to go get that backside backer. We left the defensive end, and the defensive end completely grabbed me. I couldn't get up. The linebacker, I go right to the official and I say, "Hey, old boy is grabbing me. Pay attention." And we run, I think, a very similar play the next play or soon after, and same thing happens, and they throw a flag. So I think as long as you're not barking at them and you go up and say, hey, old boy is lining up here, and defensive guys do it too. They say, hey, that tackle's back. That's because I don't remember names. The back, if you're lining up too deep, they'll say, hey, that tackle's not up on the line of scrimmage. If you do it and you do it in a nice way, it's like anything else, and you guys can say when you're covering people, if you like them, you're probably going to be you maybe give a benefit of the doubt. It's the same thing. Right. Human nature is human nature. If somebody's barking at me and I have an opportunity to say, bleh, I'm going to say, bleh. And if somebody's really nice and it's even, I might throw, you know what, I'm going to give Rob a bone here.
No, two things. One, earlier in the week, Matt LaFleur did say, he's like, look, we've probably gotten away with some too. And I remember there was one, Rasheed Walker, I think it was against Trey Hendrickson. I mean, obvious holding not called in that game.
Absolutely.
The other thing I was going to ask you, Tausch, like, do you think guys that line up across from Zach Tom always say, hey, man, he's going early? Because it sure looks like he goes early, just like Bakhtiari went early. Like I don't know how they time it up so perfectly. But, man, if I was lining up against those guys, I'd say, hey, man, watch him. He's going early.
And that's my point on all of this. I don't want flag fests. I am not interested in that. And I think, unfortunately, Sunday we're going to see that because Jason went through the officials. He's got some website that he looks at. A lot of flags getting thrown.
So
it's not
Alex
Cleet Blakeman.
It is not. Tausch just enjoys saying Cleet Blakeman.
Oh, Alex Kemp? Is it Alex Kemp?
No, it is. And this website is useful, by the way. It's Alex Moore. Alex Moore. Not to be confused with Tausch's favorite. Who's your guy?
Ronald.
Rob
Moore. Or Ron.
Bob Moore.
Ronald Moore is Big
Bob
Juicy.
Moore, I think.
You guys remember Big Juicy, right?
Yeah, Big Juicy.
7th round pick in 2000.
Alex Moore's crew has thrown more flags, 109, for more yardage, 828, than any other crew in the league entering this week's games. 24 of those 109 penalties, as you can read on channel3000.com, are for holding on the offense. So
I thought this was interesting. Rob, I asked our research people if they could come up with, how many times guys were called for holding Micah Parsons, and they didn't have it that specific. But I did have this in my story. Since you promoted yours, I will promote mine on ESPN.com.
Oh, God.
That the Packers opponents have only been called for 6 holding penalties all year, and that's third fewest in the league. So then I know they played one fewer game than most teams too. But.
Well, and part of it is quarterbacks know with this defense and with Micah, you got to get the ball out. Flacco got it out quick, and that was, people are frustrated about the pass rush. Quarterbacks can control pass rush almost as much, if not more, than offensive linemen.
Sure.
But your point on Zach Tom and Sheed, and this is why I don't get up in arms about this stuff. I don't want, unless it is a tackle, egregious as the word of the day, I don't want flags. I think it just ruins the flow of the game. I like it when stuff happens. If you're getting egregiously tackled to the ground and you're limited, but as I told when Balaga was on and he seconded this, if an offensive lineman doesn't get their feet beat, I don't want a flag on it. I just don't.
Yeah, well, it's offensive linemen and officiating are kind of the same way. If nobody's talking about them, that means they did a pretty good job, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rob, do you? I'm curious. I don't know in your long and illustrious career if you ever felt like you changed the course of history or a narrative.
No.
Alan Herman, the longtime agent, what's his firm? Sports Stars.
Ryan Grant, Sports Stars.
Was always convinced that I, of all people, which I let him believe this, even though it was wrong, but I went on ESPN during the Favre saga and said that they needed to get something done with Ryan Grant, and they did. Ryan Grant to this day believes that too. It's preposterous. I don't have that kind of power, but. The holding story wasn't a story until your buddy Aaron Nagler and the Cheesehead TV guys spliced together a bunch of examples.
I saw that.
And then he asked LaFleur about it on Monday, and now here we are, and Micah like 6 or 7 answers yesterday about this issue. It kind of just flamed up this week, even though it's been going on since he got here and was going on in Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, I get your point. I mean, remember there was a story, Tausch, I can't remember if this was you when you were playing or not, but I think it was somebody in the Journal-Sentinel, maybe Michael Cunningham, got some special teams or backup cornerback or DB to start trashing the coaches or something, and then the guy ended up getting cut because of the story. Like, that's the only time that, like, anything we do actually impacts the outcome of something.
Right.
But that guy kind of made his – do you remember the player? I can't remember who it was.
So that was not Chris Akins who got into the argument with Sherman on the sideline, and Sherman is pulling off his headset and throwing it down and yelling at him.
I don't think it was that. But there was some story that came out back in the days when, stories came out once a day, and they had a lot longer shelf life because there was no internet. And it was a scathing article.
The good old days.
It was a scathing article. And the guy got caught. It's the only way we've ever impacted things. So we're not Woodward and Bernstein. We're not exposing corruption at the highest level. There's no Watergate here. So.
Well, I still think you and I got Dave Rayner cut because we really thought he was going to be the kicker.
We did. We wrote a lot about him. Yeah.
Ended up being Mason Crosby, the rookie out of Colorado. That worked out pretty good for the Packers on the whole. Talking with Rob Demovsky on Wilde and Tauscher. Rob, speaking of scathing, I thought Jeff Hafley did a brilliant job of basically preventing us from doing an effective, even though you'd written yours and you adjusted it thereafter, stories on how they're not good enough defensively in the fourth quarter. He took that on the minute he walked in the room yesterday.
Yeah, he owned it. I appreciate that. I appreciate a coach who knows kind of what the topic's going to be. He was ready for it. I don't think he was overly defensive about it. No pun intended. Look, I mean, he's been a head coach before, going to be a head coach again. But I think if you're a fan, and that's what, really what we're doing here is for the fans, you would appreciate, reading or listening to what he had to say yesterday, because it's good insight. And that's sort of what we're here for, right?
It is indeed. All right, Rob, I know you got to get to Matt LaFleur because we got to you a little bit late. What else is on your radar, though, for this week? What else, other than seeing some of our friends in Arizona when you get to town?
Unlike these guys, I can do this because it doesn't matter. I'm already looking ahead to Pittsburgh, man. That next week's going to be. I've already filed about 1,400 words on what it was like when the Packers played in Minneapolis in 2009. When they played against Brett, and how this isn't going to quite be like that. But this is, obviously the game. This week's stuff has been put to bed. Obviously the game is huge, but man, I'm ready for next week. I think it's going to be fun.
The game is huge, but I've already put it to bed, and I'm already writing Rodgers stories.
I mean, it's all about the game for them, but I'm ready for the next one.
This is nowhere near the far.
No, it isn't.
How would you put it scale wise? It's a 3 compared to a 10, right?
Yeah. Here's what's different about it, and the crux of it is when Brett left and before he went to Minnesota, everyone was mad at the Packers, and I say everyone, not everyone, but the majority of people were mad at the Packers for not taking them back. And then the script flipped when they became mad at Brett for then going to Minnesota to stick it up, where to Ted. There was none of that when, at least none that I heard it. And I had a great quote from Goody that's in the story about how, what Ted went through in 2009 and how different it was for him. I'll let the quote speak for itself when the story runs. But I think that sort of sums up why it's so different. And the different players, different feelings about those players. Not that one was they're both great players, but just from a personality standpoint, an appreciation standpoint, a love standpoint. Brett came in at a time when, the franchise had been terrible for so long, so he was beloved for that. But yeah, I agree. It's not the same, but it sure is fun.
I'm going to predict this, and this is going to be an upset. Most of the time players tell you they're going to play it like a normal week. I think Rodgers is going to embrace this and run with it. I think he is going to say this is a bigger deal. This is something that I think he is going to play into it more than when you saw Micah said, no, it's not a big deal. He's going to be honest about it, not lie.
Yeah. McCarthy was pretty honest about it when he came up here the first time as the Cowboys coach. And then afterwards, leading into the playoff game, he said he regretted how he handled it. So, we'll see.
He did. And I believe he even got a little frustrated, very, very, very frustrated in the press conference afterward because there were all these questions about him coming back, and he was not a fan of that. And now he's back in town and trying to get in the building for games and having to have the Washington Commanders invite him from time to time. Rob, always a pleasure. We'll see you over at Lambeau a little later.
All right, guys. Have a good one. We'll be seeing you.
That is Rob Demovsky. He'll be at Matt LaFleur's presser here momentarily.
That's an interesting nugget. Explain more about Mike. He's not getting.
So he was obviously brought back for Alumni Day when he was out there, and you didn't wave and that whole thing. And then
you were a jerk. Yep.
And then he was back the following week when they played the Commanders because. He was up by Dan Quinn, who obviously was his defensive coordinator, Joe Witt, who was on his staff, so he's a guest of the Commanders. And then I think Rob was the one who told us that when the Packers played the Cowboys in Dallas, they called it the McCarthy Bowl, and then he went on McAfee and mentioned it. He didn't get invited to go to that game by either team, which I thought was funny.
Yeah, tough one. That's funny.
That is Rob Demovsky of ESPN.com. We'll see what Matt LaFleur has to say. He'll be at the podium momentarily. More Wilde and Tauscher straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tauscher, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tauscher here with the crew now facing elimination. I'm not going to lie. I've felt better on Feel Good Fridays before. But nonetheless, it's still Feel Good Friday on Wilde and Tauscher, painted by Holman Lindsay Paints. And I can tell you this. We were feeling good when my family worked with the pro painters from Holman Lindsay Paint on our home's paint project. Holman Lindsay's pro painters were incredible. They did the job so much better than we could have, and they made the whole process that much easier on all of us. All you have to do to get connected, stop into any of Holman Lindsay's Madison area locations, ask, and they'll help get you set up with the pro painters that are perfect for what you need. Remember, Wisconsin's best painters use Wisconsin's best paint, and Wisconsin's best painters are the pro painters at Holman Lindsay Paints. Stay tuned for Feel Good Friday on Wilde and Tauscher, painted by Holman Lindsay Paints.
UW Credit Union presents the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every U. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Dennis Semrau with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Tyler Vogt, Middleton High School. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Now, you play football and baseball.
Yep.
Baseball had always been your love, but kind of changed a little bit when you got to high school.
Yeah, so I started football my freshman year, and I was like, man, this is something. This is awesome. And baseball my whole life. I mean, I still love it. I plan to play in the spring and, just have fun with it.
What kind of impact will Middleton leave on you when you leave this campus?
I'm proud to be a Cardinal. I will always be proud to be a Cardinal. The community, the love, the brotherhood within the football team, within the baseball team. We talked about the welcoming factor. You go into that school and you feel welcomed. You feel loved. You feel like you belong. I'll always remember that.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on social media for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
Get ready to unleash the dragon at Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
Introducing the region's very first $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Feel the thrill, chase the excitement, and win big. With jackpot soaring to $1 million, your chance to hit it big is here. Come experience the ultimate gaming adventure. Visit Hard Rock Casino Rockford today and play the $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Your legendary win awaits. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's hard rock.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
What was that?
It was just me, or I got such a bargain. Poorly constructed sofa falling apart.
I just bought you.
Yeah, well, I did just turn 3, I'm 67 in sofa years. I am so ready to retire and move to Miami.
I knew I should have listened to my mother and bought that other sofa from Steinhoff's. It was so strong and comfy.
Tired of furniture that doesn't hold up to its end of the bargain? Steinhoff's has quality furniture for every style and budget. Relax, it's Steinhoff's.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
I'm not afraid of getting old, and I want less day from dying young. I see the light go past my shoulder. I want less day from dying young, and I'm not afraid.
Thanks to Rob Demovsky, who joins us every Friday, unless we move him to a different day, here on Wilde and Tauscher. So, Tausch, after watching your old quarterback last night, I don't know how much of it you got to see, after celebrating the Sun Prairie East Cardinals freshman football victory and drowning your sorrows with the Brewers' loss. But he looked like he was turning back the clock last night. And for folks that weren't paying attention during the second half of the season as he got healthier, as his comeback from his ruptured Achilles continued, he still can sling it now. And he moves better than we probably gave him credit for. Certainly not the way he did as vintage Aaron Rodgers. As long as one of his offensive linemen isn't tackling him after a touchdown, things seem to be good.
God, that was hilarious. That made me
Not
laugh.
to him it wasn't.
He was so mad.
No, he's mad. It's probably the maddest you've ever seen him after throwing a tutter.
So for those of you who did not see this, his rookie offensive lineman, his left tackle, celebratorily, if that's a word, jumped on Rodgers' back after the touchdown pass that gave them the lead. They ultimately lost on a field goal late. But he came up behind him and then took him to the ground. And Rodgers gets up and then shoves him and says,
yeah, he's mad.
What appears to be, what the blank are you doing? He was not pleased.
That's so funny. Oh, that's great. That is great. You want enthusiasm. What do you want? Not to be happy after you throw a tutter? Come on.
Not here to judge. I'm just saying that he was not pleased. That's for sure.
You're not here to judge. You got people getting divorced before they get married. You're telling me you're not here to get judged?
I didn't say that that's going to happen, if I recall correctly. What is going to happen is we're going to do our Steinhoff Sleepers of the Week after Tausch tells us about Tito's Vodka.
Oh, Tito's Vodka. Oh, we got our Rose Bowl reunion tonight. Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm guessing there's going to be a Tito's or two that'll be had. And you know what? It might be, I don't know what I'll go with tonight. Probably cranberry. I'm going to pick cranberry tonight. You can go with whatever your heart desires, but make sure that it is Tito's in your glass. And not only do they make great drinks, they also give back in a big way, partnering with nonprofits and doing real good in the communities across the country, especially for our four-legged friends. So the next time you're raising a glass, make it with Tito's handmade vodka, distilled and bottled by fifth generation in Austin, Texas, crafted to be savored responsibly.
Matt LaFleur will be at the podium at 10:55. That's in a couple of minutes. We'll be doing our Steinhoff Sleepers of the Week. Those are next. It's Wilde and Tauscher.
This is Wilde and Tauscher, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott, Garrett, and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
And Madison.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Steinhoffels, celebrating 91 years with savings on furniture and mattresses. Trusted for quality and comfort. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com. Strong words from Coach.
I mean, it's too damn late now.
Barry Alvarez sounding off as Wisconsin still searches for its identity under Luke Fickell. Coach recalling the steps he took to make the changes necessary to become a Big Ten powerhouse. More from the Barry Alvarez Show.
That has to happen in the offseason, in 2 days, preseason. Our identity was we're going to be physical because they were physical every day. You weren't going to play or you weren't going to come close to the field unless you'd mix it up and you were physical.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Grassland Butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Milwaukee, it's officially time for October baseball. The energy is electric, the city is buzzing, and there's no better way to celebrate than with Carbless. Carbless is the ready-to-drink cocktail that keeps fans cheering. No sugar, full of flavor, and always refreshingly delicious. Whether you're tailgating outside the stadium, celebrating downtown, or gathering with friends at home, Carbless is your go-to for every big hit, every clutch play, and every Brewers moment. So crack open a Carbless, raise it high, and toast to October baseball in Milwaukee, because nothing goes better with a big stage in baseball than finding your bliss. Visit drinkcarbless.com and see where Carbless is located nearest to you.
You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. Jim Rutledge here. What is a better buying experience? Well, that's the thing. You get to define it. It is the experience that is customized to you. What experience do you want at a car dealership? They can be your trusted friend or your trusted expert. So if you're in the market for a new or new to you Silverado, Colorado, Blazer, Trailblazer, remember, you're only minutes away from a better buying experience. And that's at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
Wisconsin icon.
It's all about the Badgers.
The dawn of the Wisconsin Badgers.
We did it better than everybody for 20-some years.
Joined by 2 of his football legends.
I like all of them, except for quarterback.
I like defensive ends. Hey, I really like defensive ends.
Someone didn't like kickers at one point.
The Barry Alvarez Show with Barry Alvarez, Tarek Sala, Derek Engler, and Jesse Nelson. Live from Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton every Monday night. Right here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Looking to join an international quality golf club right here in Madison? For a limited time at TPC Wisconsin, enjoy full golf privileges and all club amenities without full dues. Pay just $150 per month through March to maintain your full golf membership with no golf dues until April 1st. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Schedule a tour or submit a membership inquiry at tpcwisconsin.com and start enjoying the private golf club experience you deserve. That's tpcwisconsin.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
For our Steinhoff Sleepers of the Week.
gotta stay up.
Hey there, sleepyhead. Wakey, wakey. Okay, campers, rise and shine. It's time for the Steinhoff Sleepers of the Week on Wilde and Tauscher.
It is time for the Steinhoff Sleepers of the Week, presented by Steinhoff, Wisconsin's furniture and mattress leader, celebrating 91 years. This is the last weekend to shop their friends and family sale, where you can save 10% store-wide or take advantage of 36-month 0% financing. Plus, it's also your last chance to take $91 off of every $999 you spend and get a $200 MasterCard rewards card when you finance over $1,999. Celebrate 91 years of quality, value, and style in-store or online at steinhoffels.com. That's steinhoffels.com. Tausch, your Steinhoff Sleeper of the Week is who?
Man, this is getting to be tougher and tougher because Matthew Golden, you feel kind of fraudulent picking him because he's, Jason's lobbying for him to get more touches. He's a number one, he's a first-round pick and all of that. So I don't feel great about that, so I'm not going to go down that road. Musgrave has bit me. It has not worked for him. And I'm trying to kind of balance it. And here's somebody that I think has been good. I think he needs to step it up a notch. We need turnovers. And I'm not talking about apple fritters or blueberries. I'm talking get the ball out. And I think this guy is the catalyst for it. I think he's a really good young player. I still believe he's on the exempt list. And I know he needs to have a big day for me to win. I think he has the big day. I'm going Edgerrin Cooper. That's my Steinhoff Sleeper of the Week. That's what I'm doing.
Huh.
He's not on the list. Is he exempt or is he on the list?
He is not on our exempt list.
All right.
But he's going to need to have a really big day to...
Yeah, he needs a turnover. Because he needs a turnover or a sack.
You know what?
Something
This
like
is
that.
brilliant by him. Because Tausch is in the lead. He has 3 victories. Jason
Such
and
a
I each have
Weasley
2. And Edgerrin Cooper may have a very average day. But if his stat line is anything, if Jason and I pick someone who's an actual sleeper and doesn't really do anything, Tausch is going to win just because Edgerrin Cooper played.
Who are the exempt list people? Jordan Love.
Jacobs.
Micah
Josh
Parsons.
Jacobs.
Tucker Kraft.
Kraft.
Xavier McKinney.
And, yeah, those 5.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. All right, Jesse, who you taking?
Well, I was really going to go crazy and go Baron Sorrell.
I was too. That's who I had.
But now, if you're going Edgerrin Cooper, and now this is becoming a game to try and win the Steinhoffler as opposed to just picking someone
It's
who
not
might...
the spirit of the game, man.
I don't like that. You know what? I'm going to stick with it. Baron Sorrell. Day 3 pick, our guy.
I think it's a really
big
good
moment
pick
today, or on Sunday. Baron Sorrell. I'm taking him on Prize Picks. He's at a 0.5 sack with the little demon guy next to him. It'd be an upset. I think Baron Sorrell gets a sack. I think he shows up.
If he gets a sack, you'll almost certainly win.
Unless Coop has 2 picks.
Yeah, well, if Tausch is going to pick Edgerrin Cooper, then I'm taking Matthew Golden. I'm going to put my pick where my mouth is.
Oh, my God.
And look, I personally take umbrage with his selection, but if we have to play dirty pool, then that's what we're going to do. That's what
How
we're going
many
to do.
turnovers has Edgerrin Cooper made? How many sacks does he have? He's been good. He hadn't been great, right? Has he?
He was the 2-time Defensive Player of the Week, not Rookie Defensive Player of the Week, the Defensive Player of the Week last year. He is not a sleeper.
No,
Teams look
he's
at number
probably not.
56 and say,
He's a
we
stud.
need to
I
know
love
where
him.
that guy
And
is.
I need him to make some plays. He's got to make some plays.
You know it's not the spirit of this, so I was never going to take Matthew Golden until you took Edgerrin Cooper.
This feels dirty. I'm about to put this tweet out. Our Steinhoff Sleepers of the Week for Packers Cardinals.
You should change yours to Josh Jacobs.
Matthew Golden. Hey, what are we doing?
Change the exempt list. change it if you want. Put him on it.
Matthew Golden has 14 catches all season. He's clearly not a productive player. He's a sleeper.
Conversation
Tausch,
all week is he's at number 1.
If you will rescind your Edgerrin Cooper pick, I will pick someone else too. But you're the one who started this road down the sketchy avenue.
I should have just went with. I was going to go with Jesse's guy. That's who I was picking because Lucas Van Ness. I'm guessing LaFleur said he's probably not playing, right?
I don't know if he said that officially yet.
J.J. Enikbarek, I could go with him. There's going to be somebody somewhere on that side's going to get some. I wanted to go Rashawn Gary, but I believe he's on the exempt list.
He's on some list. So, are you willing to are you willing to do a do-over? And Jesse would have to pick someone else.
No.
You know what?
What's done is done.
No.
What is done is done.
You know what? I am a man of principle. There is no. No, come on. I can't, in good conscience, take Matthew Golden. As much as I want to, I'm not going to stoop to your level. You get down, you wrestle with pigs,
Bob
you get
Stoops.
muddy too.
Mark Stoops.
Stoops.
I should win this week just for picking the only sleeper of the group.
Yeah. No, I'm going to take one.
Yep.
I am going to take one. He's going to be battling against his brother. His parents have split jerseys, and he's getting a little bit of work on offense now with the occasional end-around jet sweep, also playing on special teams and returning kickoffs, and he's a true sleeper as opposed to, Edgerrin Cooper. I will take Bo Melton. Bo Melton as my sleeper of the week.
Love it.
Those are our Steinhoffel sleepers of the week.
Watch Golden go for 12 catches and 3 touchdowns.
But again, that would still I would certainly accept the victory, but I would feel dirty. But Tausch has got no shame. So if Edgerrin Cooper has 11 tackles and recovers a fumble,
in a shower.
He's going to take the dub.
Go boo in a bar.
He was ready to pick Edgerrin Cooper as a defensive player of the year when we were at Hard Rock back in the summer. Oh, he's a sleeper. Yeah.
How many turnovers have we created so far this year, boys?
Dos.
But really 1.
Oh. Interesting. Okay.
Well, then Xavier McKinney, who had 8 interceptions last year, he's only got 1
He's
through 5
on the
games.
list.
He shouldn't be on the list.
How many times do we have to tell you he's on the list?
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tauscher with Edgerrin Cooper, your Steinhoffel's sleeper of the week, continues next. So stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Hey, this is Jonathan Blackwell of Wisconsin Badgers basketball. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Wisconsin Surplus and Mount Horeb, your homegrown auction powerhouse. From government assets to vehicles and equipment, find your next deal at wisconsinsurplus.com. The Milwaukee Brewers down 3-0, now facing elimination in the NLCS after a 3-1 loss at the hands of the Los Angeles Dodgers yesterday afternoon. Even a great pitching performance from Jacob Misiorowski, who came in late in the first inning, couldn't salvage a victory for the Brewers at Dodger Stadium. Manager Pat Murphy after yesterday's game.
That team's pretty good. So are we. We haven't shown our best foot. Like I said, if you would have told me the Dodgers were going to score 10 runs in 3 games, what would be the score? If you said 2-1 us or 1-2, 1-2 them, you wouldn't say 0-3. But we haven't got the clutch hit. We've been a little bit foreign to how we've played in terms of contact.
Shohei Ohtani gets the start on the mound for the Dodgers tonight in Game 4, 7:38 first pitch at Dodger Stadium. Pre-game coverage starts at 7 o'clock, an extended Brewers warm-up at 6 after Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tauscher.
Taking a little shrapnel on the old Steinhoffler.
For those of you who are curious, the Green Bay Packers have played 336 defensive snaps this season. Quay Walker and Xavier McKinney have played all of them.
Is that right?
Mark Tauscher's Steinhoff Sleeper of the Week has played 335 of their 336 snaps.
Wow. So he has missed the snap. Okay.
So he's a sleeper because of that. Matt Kudin, our most valuable tweeter.
Is that good?
To win the Sleeper of the Week, Edgerrin Cooper would have to hit the over on one of the following: 1.5 turnovers, 3.5 sacks, or 24.5 tackles.
What if he gets 24?
Wouldn't that be something?
Something.
You're one of one. All right. One of the things that we have not discussed, and I certainly enjoyed my time talking with Lucas Havrisik, is Matt LaFleur's at the podium. He says that Brandon McManus will not kick today. That is not overly surprising. I think they'll take the same plan on Sunday as they did last Sunday, have him work out before the game, see how he feels. If he admits that he's still got pain in his leg, then they'll go with Lucas Havrisik. But we need to get to our weekend preview.
That'll make your story a little more prevalent, right? If Havlicek is the kicker.
Havlicek, yes. I'm going to write that today for channel3000.com, having talked to both of them. But I am curious to see, because it is interesting how the NFL has become. I was talking with Brandon about this yesterday. The days of being patient like the Packers were with Mason Crosby, those are over. Teams are changing kickers left and right. So we'll see if Lucas Havrisik, if he does have to kick again and he is successful again once Brandon McManus gets back. Brandon McManus said he kept his advice for him short and sweet when they made the decision for him to kick. Good luck. Go make some money. That was all he said. And if he kicks well during his time with the Packers, he'll get an opportunity with someone else where he will make himself some money. Let's see if
how did he say good luck, though?
Good luck.
That's important. How you do things is important too.
Good luck with the weekend preview.
Go make some money. Not gonna lie, last week's football slate was not great, and I don't know that this weekend's is that much better.
I thought you were gonna rhyme there a little bit.
So don't be late.
Last week's football wasn't great.
What's Luke Fickell's fate?
If it was NFL Week 8, I would feel better about that, but it's not. It's Week 7.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
For Week 8, I really want you to bring it.
All right.
I really want you to go rhymey.
Will do. In the meantime, here are
Not to be
five.
confused with Will D.
Here are 5 games for you to choose from the football weekend slate, aside from Packers Cardinals in the 3:25 window Sunday and Wisconsin Ohio State, of course, at 2:30 Saturday on CBS.
What do you think the interest, Jesse? What's the interest level in watching Wisconsin Ohio State?
Not high. Not high.
With just Wisconsin sports fans, where are we at?
I think it is sad that Wisconsin football, which for the strong majority of my life has been appointment television on a Saturday and figuring out what you're going to do the rest of the day around when the Badger game is on, it is no longer that case. And
is it meat raffle or what are you? Tell me you're not apple picking.
I mean, I'm hosting our pregame show, so I continue to stay invested throughout the course of the. I host the Barry Alvarez show and the ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day pregame show. Like, I'm still gonna watch. I work at ESPN
because you're a professional.
Promote-a-thon.
But
we are in the middle of promote-a-thon this week. Wow. What else can you promote, Jesse?
I can tell you this. If I'm up North Joe and I have the choice of I can go to the 2:30 meat raffle at Lakeside or I can stay back and watch the Badger game, I'm definitely thinking about going to the meat raffle.
Okay. All right.
So anyway, 5 games on the weekend docket besides Wisconsin and the Packers.
Is it me or is Halloween really kind of creeping up on us here? Like, nobody's talked about it. We're 14 days out from a Halloween. Right?
I wonder what Matt Unerdle is going to go as for Halloween.
At what point?
He's going to be a ref.
At what point do you think we typically start talking about Halloween?
It just feels like this year it's kind of sneaking up.
I think with 2 weeks notice, there's a lot of time to
spooky
prepare
or
for
fluky.
Halloween.
You haven't even mentioned spooky or fluky.
That's going to be next
so.
week, yeah. I don't think Halloween needs more than a 2-week lead up outside if you're a TV network that's going to play all the spooky hits.
Okay.
Anyway.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Friday night college football for fans of the Big Ten West to enjoy tonight. 25th ranked Nebraska at Minnesota. 7 o'clock Fox game tonight. If you don't want to watch the Brewers or Prep Mania or anything
high school
else.
Football, yeah.
Muskego McGuanago. Tomorrow night, Saturday night on NBC. Good one in South Bend. 20th ranked USC and 13th ranked Notre Dame. Latest rendition of their rivalry. Good SEC games throughout the day on the ESPN family of networks. 9th ranked Georgia at Ole Miss. Ole Miss is in the top 5 now too. Sunday morning. They are. Sunday morning.
It didn't sound overly confident.
Now I'm starting to wonder, is Georgia actually number 5? So I got to check that. It's 9 versus 5. I forget who's who. Rams-Jaguars might be your best NFL game of the day on Sunday. 8:30 a.m. at Wembley Stadium in London. Saints-Bears at noon on Fox. Bears trying to win 4 in a row for the first time since 2018. And your Sunday night football snoozer, Falcons at 49ers? That's the best we could pull for Sunday night football this week?
Isn't there a Dallas and the Commanders playing?
That's at the same time as the Packers game. We always went for the weekend preview. I try to keep things out of the same window as the games we know we'll all be watching.
So you should put plenty of college football games that are at 2:30 on the list.
So I guess, that Georgia Ole Miss game is at 2:30 on Saturday afternoon on ABC. Tausch, any of those tickle your fancy?
Not really. Not really. I'm hoping for a Game 5. What time would the Game 5 Brewers game
So
be
if the Brewers
on
advance to Game 5, it would be Saturday night, 7 o'clock on TBS. And, of course, the Brewers Radio Network.
Well, that's where I'm at. I'm going to watch Game 5, even if it's not on. I'll watch. There'll be like a rerun of some sort on. Yeah, it's not a real sexy
Game
weekend.
5 of the Cubs series.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see all of it last week. I had to kind of piece it together. It's not a super sexy weekend from a football standpoint.
Washington, Michigan, your big noon game tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you. Is there like a skins game in golf that we could watch? Or is there some tennis battle?
Skins game?
10th ranked LSU at 17th ranked Vanderbilt, 11 a.m. on ABC.
That'll be good.
Always fun to cheer against Brian Kelly.
Yep.
All right. This was a dud.
Maryland at UCLA,
That's
6
total
o'clock.
Dudarewski. Hey, Gel. Total Dudarewski, Gel.
11th ranked Tennessee at number 6 Alabama, 6:30 on ABC.
Hey, Gel. Here's what I'm going to do. I think we're going to sit with our
Nelly.
all of our old Rose Bowl buddies. Got a couple guys staying at the Haas. We're going to just put back the greatest win in the history of Wisconsin football regular season. We're going to turn that bad boy on at 7:30. Tomorrow night, we're going to watch that. After we watch the biggest upset in the history of college football right before it.
What a doubleheader.
Huh?
Who's all coming in?
We got
Money
there's a
Matt
lot
Davenport?
of folks coming in. We got he is. I think we have. I wanted to say I saw the list. You know who I'm excited? I told you already, and I will book him.
Chilling now.
Even though I said I'm sick. I'm sick of having to book all of our guests. I'll book him, even though you
Robbie
tried.
didn't reply to me. I sent him a text.
I'm not mad at you. Stop getting all defensive.
You just said I'm
getting
sick
Chili to come up.
of having to book
Well, I am.
guests.
I've booked every
But that's
guest for
life.
the last 6 weeks on this show.
That's definitely not true, but I'll let you take it. Chili will be a guest at some point.
Chill now. Wonder if we can get that Barry Alvarez guy on our show. He says a lot of interesting stuff.
Chili cook-off.
That's Jesse's show. Let Jesse. That's Jesse books that. Jesse does a great job booking guests on his show. I have noticed that.
Go boo in a closed game room. All right. Well, we look forward to Chili joining.
That's well done. That's pretty well done.
We look forward to Chili joining us at some point.
Dunzo the Clown's funny now.
Especially Dunzo.
Funny now.
Yeah. I am looking forward not only to headlines, which are coming up next, but I'm also looking forward to our trip to England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. We're leaving on July 5th, so you can celebrate the 4th of July and Independence Day, and then take off for England, Scotland, and Wales with Colette. We'll take in the charm of the countryside, the history of the great cities. We're going to see Big Ben in London. We're going to see Edinburgh Castle, which is like stepping back in time. Tausch's favorite place, Stratford-upon-Avon, along with Chester. We're going to see the medieval city of York, all the iconic landmarks, the cozy villages, the bustling city streets, the peaceful countryside views. We will experience the very best of Britain's history, culture, and beauty, and create memories that last a lifetime. And I'm going to leave North America for the first time in my life. To learn more about this amazing adventure, which Paul and the girls and I could not be more excited about, text TRAVEL, the word travel, to 844-770-3776, or just go to ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com for full details.
We haven't talked that it's kind of ironic that you're leaving for Britain the day after the 4th of July.
Coincidental, I would say, not ironic. I didn't do the scheduling. I said, here's the window of time when there's nothing going on with the Packers and the girls don't have sports and all that kind of stuff. I am nervous about finding someone who's willing to watch our menagerie of pets for such an extended period. I think that'll be a challenge from scheduling perspective, but that's the only thing I'm not excited about.
You know, it's 2026. I believe that means you'll be celebrating the 250-year victory of the Revolutionary War.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll be celebrating that over there. Like, hey, woo, tough L for us.
A big monumental anniversary to celebrate.
Indeed. Headlines are next. It's Wilde and Tauscher.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust. As the football season rolls on, the baseball playoffs take center stage, and the days get shorter and shorter. You know what that means, and whether you want to hear it or not, winter is creeping up just around the corner. So here's the thing. You can choose to ignore that the brutal Wisconsin winter is quickly approaching, or you can do the smart thing and think about getting your vehicle prepared now so you don't have any issues when that slippery snow first falls. Well, I recommend stopping in to see the amazing service team at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. Get a tune-up, check the battery, check your tires, that's a big one for winter, change the oil, and make sure all the inner workings of your vehicle are in tip-top shape. You can take my word for it. From summer road trips all around the state to driving to work in the tumultuous Wisconsin winter, Zimbrick Chevrolet is truly the name you can trust. Schedule a service appointment, view vehicle inventory, and learn more about all they have to offer at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. That's ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
The Milwaukee Brewers, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Game 4.
That team's pretty good. So are we. We haven't shown our best foot. We haven't got the clutch hit.
Tonight on 100.5 ESPN.
Looking for a delicious meal without breaking the bank? Cousin Subs has you covered. Our $10 meal deal gives you a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub piled high with fresh hand-sliced ingredients, crisp veggies, and all your favorite toppings. Add a bag of chips or regular fries, a fountain drink, and a cookie, all for just $10. This deal's available online or through the Cousins app only. And you can enjoy your meal at home, at work, or delivered straight to your door, hot and fresh. Cousin Subs. We believe in better. Available at participating locations. Offer subject to change.
It's the best time of the year, and you know what that means for me. It's tailgating season. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. For my friends at Door County Distillery, locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. If you're in Madison tailgating before a game, there's only one thing to do to elevate your experience, and that's bring it with Door County Distillery. Whether that's the cherry brandy for your old-fashioned, the single malt whiskey, or any of the gins, vodkas, and in-betweens, Door County Distillery has you covered. Find the retailer nearest you at doorcountydistillery.com.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Attention business owners and executives. Looking for a bank that's invested in your community as you are? Look no further than Starion Bank. As a Dane County community bank, Starion offers competitive deposit and loan rates while actively supporting local initiatives. Visit a business banker at one of our convenient branches in Middleton, Monona, and Sun Prairie. Starion Bank, full-service business banking, lending, and cash management.
All day, every day, the Cardless talk and text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Cardless talk and text line. This is more.
Brian here from Canopy Wealth Management. At Canopy, we create strategies that are tailored to your needs and goals. We've invested heavily in client-friendly software so your assets and plan progress are available to view in one place at any time. Whether you prefer only the high-level information or enjoy the intricate details of the planning process, we've got you covered. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Wilde and Tauscher on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Given the popularity of our Steinhoff Sleeper of the Week selections, can't wait to see what Tausch, all by himself without any help from anyone, came up with for his headline. Before we can do that, though, I'm here to tell you about Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Hopefully you never have to make that call, but if you've been seriously injured, it's the one call to make. 414-276-6666, 414-276-6666. Gruber Law Offices. One call. That's all. Time now for headlines.
We've buried the lead.
But it's not all doom and gloom.
Yeah, I've read the headlines.
It's time to predict this week's headlines.
It is time for headlines. Our weekly reminder that I hurt the Academy's feelings by saying that their musical headlines were so freaking awesome and the movies were not nearly as good. Tausch, you get to go first.
I'm not going to go down that road again. I thought you were taking over after all of the criticism. That's not the road we went down, so we are doing some things differently.
Rumor
we
has
do have
it
a
something
fun little
special.
Surprise.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
We got a little something cooking potentially next week, and maybe that'll inspire Jason to take that torch that he snatched and distinguished from the Academy. But we shall see. And
I don't appreciate you inaccurately depicting history. I just don't. I don't like it.
Jesse?
I mean, I also said that the movies were not very good.
Well, then you can.
And
what do we always say when you have a problem? I solve it. Don't complain about it and then go boo in a bar. Like, get your butt and go do something about it. But we didn't do that, and I digress. Here we go.
Go boo in a bar.
This defense can't get a sack. Can we still get Kenny Clark back? Micah awakes from his slumber, or should he change his number? 27-17 Pack.
Micah. Man, it's time to play ball, even if you can't get a call. The Cards QB is in doubt, but you've got the clout to get the Pack a win away from home. But it's not up to you alone. Do it for yourself, for X, for Coop, and for Tausch, whose sleeper pick is poop. Packers 27, Cardinals 18.
That's kind of good.
It's crazy that you wrote that days ago. It's like Euchre's letter.
Actually, Bob Euchre sent that to me.
Oh, he did. I'm not rhyming, but mine is pretty good, I think.
But we're not minding.
Move over, Maserati Marv. Say hello to Tahoe Tuck carrying the team. Packers tight end boasts a career day in Green Bay's 30-14 victory in Arizona.
Those are our headlines.
Did you know Arizona has allowed 7 or more catches to tight ends 4 out of 6 games this year?
4 or more, 7 or more catches to tight ends in 4 of 6 games. Is that affecting your Prize Picks approach this week?
I will be dabbling in the Tucker Craft
market
categories. Yes, I will see which one appeals most, but I do expect a big day for the Packers tight end on Sunday.
Well, they don't have player projections at Hard Rock Casino Rockford, but they project MVPs. We'll have to check in on where the Jordan Love MVP race is at when we come out of this game, but we know the wager was placed at Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
It was. We were down there. We had a great time at the Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Features over 175,000 square feet of gaming and entertainment space, more than 1,300 slots, 50 live table games, a sports book, and a rock shop. They also have the great Hard Rock Live entertainment venue. 23,000 square feet of premium concert and event space. Can get up to 2,000 guests there. Hard Rock Casino Rockford, a premier entertainment destination just off of I-90 in Rockford, Illinois. I wonder what kind of odds you'd get on the Brewers coming back to win. Like if you put $10 down right now on the Brewers to win this series, it has to be substantial. And just to basically tell Dunzo to blank off. Well, you'd be covering 2 bases there.
I am seeing Milwaukee Brewers plus 2,000 to win the NLCS.
What does that mean again?
So that means $10 would win you 200. $100 would win you 2,000.
That seems.
Might as well be 20,000.
I think it'd be more, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. So there's still hope. We always look at, hey, there's still hope. Dunzo. I don't love it, though. I don't love it at all.
We'll see if Jesse gets a little assist from Dunzo, who's still in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios, when he does Wonelly. Next, it's Wilde and Tauscher.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Planning a corporate event, private party, or team outing? Madison acts as your state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Whoa, you nailed it! Featuring 8 lanes of axe throwing, craft beer, and interactive games, plus digital target projection and scoring. For even more fun, check out their indoor backyard. 2,000 square feet of shuffleboard, cornhole, yard games, bar table games, and more. Book your corporate event or holiday party now, before their lanes fill up. Go to MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's football season in Wisconsin and the energy is electric. Get ready to fuel up the hype with Monster Energy. With bold flavors and that legendary kick, Monster gives you the power to go all 4 quarters. Whether you're tailgating before the big game, watching with friends at home, or catching every play at your favorite spot. Because game day isn't just about football. It's about bringing the energy wherever you are. Stop by your local Piggly Wiggly to pick up a Monster Energy drink today. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
Bucket Honeys is Best of Madison. A huge thank you to everyone who voted in this year's Best of Madison Awards presented by Madison Magazine. Bucket Honeys is beyond grateful to have won gold for Best Restaurant, Best Catering, Best Outdoor Dining, and Best Bartender with Dion Russ in Monona. We could not do it without our loyal guests who support us every single day, and of course, our amazing team members who celebrate Wisconsin hospitality with pride. From all of us at Bucket Honeys, thank you, and I'll see you at Bucket Honeys.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
0 restrictions apply. It's 10/31/2025.
The UW Credit Union member Mark Tauscher here. People ask me, old T, why did you join UW Credit Union? Well, is it to keep your banking local? Is it the member first service? Great perks like early payday? Absolutely. But honestly, between us, I mean, it's Bucky. I can't say no to that face. If you love Wisconsin like I do, you just can't pay with anything else. Fandom makes us do crazy things, but this just makes sense. Become a UW Credit Union member and get your Bucky card like me. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Keep it right here after Wilde and Tausch and join us for the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Before we can get to Lonelli, we need to pick this week's winner of the Cousin Subs gift card from Wilde and Tauscher Trivia.
Wilde and Tauscher Trivia is presented by Cousin Subs. Crispy chicken tenders are now available at Cousin Subs. Order today in store at cousinsubs.com or with the Cousins app. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
5 entries for 5 contestants in the cheese fry helmet this week.
Big, 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 big.
Not a lot of chips, though, because a lot of people did get questions wrong. Jason, you set the odds a little earlier today, projecting that today's contestant was the only one who got all 3 questions right this week.
Indeed. Jake in McGuanago.
And I draw number 5, which means the only victory McGuanago will get today.
Oh, man.
Jake in McGuanago is our winner of the Cousin Subs gift card for Wilde and Tausch Trivia. Nicely done, Jake.
And tonight's showdown is between the Indians and the Warriors. Is that correct?
Yep, McGuanago Indians and the Muskego Warriors. Their annual
you have
rivalry.
The name Jake and not have the nickname Snake.
Yes.
Yeah, Jake Bowers is Jake the Rake.
Yeah, but I bet some of his buddies called him Jake the Snake back in the day. Like, I just don't think he could be a Jake without Jake the Snake. Now, Jake the Snake, it feels like everybody that I know of Jake is Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake Plumber. We got our buddy Cease. They call him Jake the Snake. Like, that's just how it goes. Jake the Snake.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
On Wilde and Tausch.
Now, Jake and the Fat Man, I don't think they called him Jake the Snake. I don't. Can you imagine right now somebody pitching a show to CBS or to whoever, and they say, I got an idea for a show. It's going to be Jake and the Fat Man.
It was
that
on
show's
right
never
after
getting
Murder,
done.
She Wrote, if I recall correctly.
I don't know.
Whoa, Nelly!
What other names have a built-in nickname?
I don't know if there's any better than Jake the Snake. Like, I just don't.
I'll see if the text
you
line
have
lights
something?
up. I'll see if the text. No, I can't. I feel like there's got to be a few out there, like Matt, Bill. Well,
Like, what is it? What is Matt the Matt the what?
I don't know. I'm Bob. Like,
you picked it. There's got to be at least one. Bill's Chill. Like what?
No. I'm trying to brainstorm like Jake the Snake. Yep.
Okay.
It's not like we show prepped this topic, so I'm thinking out loud what other nicknames are there.
Here's how IMDb describes the iconic show Jake and the Fat Man, which ran from 1987 through 1992 on CBS. Former cop J.L. McCabe, a.k.a. the Fat Man, has built a remarkable record of convictions in his new career as a district attorney, thanks mainly to his gruff, tact-impaired manner and his willingness to bend the rules when it suits his purposes. Unfortunately, those same qualities also have earned him a substantial number of enemies. Jake Stiles, his handsome young special investigator, frequently goes undercover to help the Fat Man get the evidence he needs.
Whoa, Nelly!
William Conrad played the Fat Man. I believe Joe Penny played Jake.
Okay. Casey and Sheboygan text in, his red-haired friend growing up was Garrett the Carrot.
That's good. But if Garrett's not redheaded, they ain't calling him Garrett the Carrot.
It's probably true, you would imagine. Yeah.
Whoa, Nelly!
Jonesy. Mike and Kendall text that one in. Anyone who's named
Bobby
Jones.
Boy. Like Bobby Boy. Like if your name's Bobby, a lot of people are going to call you Bobby Boy.
How about if your name is last name Schmidt?
Nobody's calling Bobby Bobby Boy.
You're always going to be Schmidt.
I don't think you know Bobby's. Bobby Boy Ewing? Come on now.
Whoa, Nelly!
Come on now.
If your last name is Schmidt, everyone's going to call you Schmitty.
Yes? Yes, well, actually, we have a whole family of Schmidts that we used to play baseball and football on the farm with, and a lot of them are Smitties. We went from Schmitty to Smitty. And an ironic twist.
Oh, I got one.
Whoa,
This
Nelly!
is what I was trying to... Dan in East Troy. Dan the man. Every Dan is Dan the man. There's
Thank
the winner.
You, Dan. Thank you. Yeah,
I don't think it
wasn't so hard.
Was it Dan that sent that in?
Yes, Dan in East Troy. Dan the man. Yeah.
That's amazing. So you basically have to have one of those names to then have experienced this. So
Troy the boy? How about Troy the boy?
Whoa, Nelly!
Mark the Narc.
Whoa,
Next.
Nelly!
So that Wisconsin-Ohio State game on Saturday afternoon.
Never mind.
Tausch, how do the Badgers pull off a victory over the number 1 ranked team in the country?
Jason?
I think, and we've not talked a ton about this week. This is a pride deal. This game, I think, is you go into it, and I think it's all about this week. I think on Jim, Matt, and Molly this week, they asked me something about, you look at what you can do winning a game against Washington or whatever. It's
like your Matt Hamilton?
Yeah. You just look at this. This is now, from a player standpoint, it is only you should always have this approach, but when you're losing, you have to just focus on the day. You need to win the day, and I don't think there's any aspersions that Wisconsin, the chances of beating Ohio State are going to be pretty limited if we're just looking at it from an honest perspective. But Ohio State is going to be talking themselves into trying to find their motivation. You need to have something positive happen. This team's psyche needs a jolt. And I think that Iowa was 37 points better than us last week. Well, the scoreboard said that, and as Bill Parcells said, it is what it is. Score is what it is. Record is what it is.
You are what your record says.
If I may, Jason, I'm taking some liberties here. So I think you just look at this and you try and find ways to win quarters. You look at this and just try to find ways to execute and be better than what we were last week. And if you can do that, man, college football is crazy. I guarantee you, Lenny out in California hosting their daily show with what's the Barry Simers, some old radio writer dude
TJ
out
Simers
in California.
is no longer with us. He's hosting.
They're
with
doing
Dan
their
the Man.
show. Dan the Man and Troy the Boy are doing their show out in UCLA a couple weeks ago, and everybody and their mother is like, "Oh, you have no chance. Penn State's coming in here." Oh, da, 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 da. And what happens? You never know. So you prepare, you compete, and you let the chips fall where they may. That's what I'll say for this weekend. But we're heavy underdogs. There's no doubt. Like legit underdogs. Not, well, this team they pay for. We are legitimately big boy underdogs, and it'll take a Herculean effort to find some way to win this game. I'll say that.
Whoa, Nelly!
Primetime Ryan Wollersheim, producer of Jim, Matt, and Molly, says every Ryan is Rye Guy.
Yeah, a lot of Rye guys.
That's a good one.
See?
That's a good one.
And he doesn't like it, for the record. Doesn't like it.
Well, I guess we know what we're going to be calling him moving forward.
Whoa, Nelly!
You know what George Eliot used to always say?
Georgie Porgy?
It's never too.
Georgie
and this
boy?
could be in play for the Wisconsin-Ohio State game, or just you personally, or anyone. It's never too late to be what you might have been. George Eliot. There you go.
Wow.
Bob Moore.
Pretty poetic.
Whoa, Nelly!
Wow.
To be
I just
what
got
you
a
might have
very
been.
aggressive text message from Rye Guy. Wow.
What did he say?
I think he made it very clear he does not want to be called Rye Guy.
No.
Whoa, Nelly!
We'll leave it at that.
Do you think there's a reason for that? Or?
I don't know. I'm going to push the envelope, though, when I'm on Jim, Matt, and Molly later today. That's for sure. See if we can get an answer on that.
Okay.
Last one. How much of the World Series will you watch if the Brewers are not in it?
All of it.
Some of it.
Most of it?
Some of it.
Very little of it, if I had to guess. Depends.
Jesse,
who.
are you going to watch?
If it's Dodgers Blue Jays, I probably I'll have it on in the background, but I won't make it a point to watch ever.
But if it's the Mariners, you're in.
If it's Mariners Dodgers, that has some juice to it. Assuming the Brewers do not come back from down 3-0 like only one team ever has. Mariners Dodgers would be juicy. You get the dumper, the Mariners who have never been to the World Series before against the Juggernaut. That would be fun. Blue Jays, I don't really care about the Blue Jays at all, and I just would expect the Dodgers to win that.
So what do we need for you to if the Brewers win tonight? Do you start thinking about it, or do you wait until they win games 5-2?
Got to start having a conversation about having a conversation about how they might rally.
We are honestly about to have a conversation about when to have a conversation about they might come back. And I think the answer is they would have to win both of the next two.
I would agree.
They might win tonight, and that it would just prolong the inevitable. If they win tonight and tomorrow night, then you're coming back to Milwaukee, and if you win one, you force Game 7, and then at that point, anything's possible. That obviously, the team has to have that mentality. I think all of us are looking like they're not going to win back-to-back games in L.A.
Well, what did Boston say? Was it "Why not us" or what was their tagline? I haven't seen the video yet. What was it? Oh, I know what it was. Don't you dare let us win Game 4. Don't you dare. So if I'm a Brewer fan, which I am, if I'm on that team tonight, I get somebody, I don't know who's got enough confidence right now, to get right in that camera and say, don't you dare let us win tonight. That's what the Sox did. And that's the only one of the 162 times this has happened. It's the only one that have done it.
It's happened 162 times?
Don't quote me on that. I think that's the right number, but that might be how many games have been played in a regular season. So don't quote me on that.
Every Tony is Tony the Tiger?
Yeah. A lot of Tony the Tigers.
No, Tony. No, come on.
Kevin in Pleasant Prairie, every Dennis is Dennis the Menace.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's better than Jake the Snake.
Yes, they are. That is true.
There's more Dennis the Menace than Jake the Snake.
That is so true.
Yep.
Well, what about from a female perspective, or what are we missing? Has there been anyone female related that has kind of chimed in?
Haven't seen any yet.
Ask your AI. I don't know what the prompt would be, but I know you're a big AI guy. Why don't you ask? How would you even prompt that? What other nicknames are there?
I don't know.
Like Jake the Snake, Dennis the Menace, Dan the Man. What are we missing?
Rye guy. Rye guy.
Oh, man. He does not.
Does he not know?
He does not like
you don't play that game? Because once you do that, you let people know. Like, that's a dangerous game Rye guy's playing.
Chatty Cathy?
Yeah. There you go. Chatty Cathy.
Yeah. If only we had another hour of the show to continue this exercise. But we don't. Instead, we have to wrap up the show and wrap up the week with Feel Good Friday, painted by Holman Lindsay Paints. But before we can do that, Tausch needs to tell us about Coors Light.
Well, whether you're celebrating a potential big win against the number one team in the country, if you're celebrating the first road win for the G&G, or you're celebrating a 25-year reunion of a Rose Bowl championship, make sure it is a cold, Rocky Mountain Coors Light in your hand, and it is chilled to perfection. Make sure those mountains are blue. That's when you know it is chilled to perfection. Make sure you celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Feel Good Friday, painted by Home and Lindsay Paints, wraps up the week and wraps up the show next. It's Wilde and Tauscher.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here with the crew now facing elimination. I'm not going to lie, I've felt better on Feel Good Fridays before. But nonetheless, it's still Feel Good Friday on Wilde and Tausch, painted by Home and Lindsay Paints. And I can tell you this. We were feeling good when my family worked with the pro painters from Home and Lindsay Paint on our home's paint project. Home and Lindsay's pro painters were incredible. They did the job so much better than we could have, and they made the whole process that much easier on all of us. All you have to do to get connected, stop into any of Home and Lindsay's Madison area locations, ask, and they'll help get you set up with the pro painters that are perfect for what you need. Remember, Wisconsin's best painters use Wisconsin's best paint, and Wisconsin's best painters are the pro painters at Home and Lindsay Paints. Stay tuned for Feel Good Friday on Wilde and Tausch, painted by Home and Lindsay Paints.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact their team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today. Strong words from Coach.
I mean, it's too damn late now.
Barry Alvarez sounding off as Wisconsin still searches for its identity under Luke Fickell. Coach recalling the steps he took to make the changes necessary to become a Big Ten powerhouse. More from the Barry Alvarez Show.
That has to happen in the offseason, in 2 days, preseason. Our identity was we're going to be physical because they were physical every day. You weren't going to play or you weren't going to come close to the field.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all.
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 Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
One call, that's all.
At Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction, you won't have to worry about your old lawnmower pulling a hamstring. They make buying and selling easy. Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction is simple, reliable, and unlike your fantasy team this football season, they'll actually deliver. Have equipment taking up space? Let them be your surplus solution. You send it in, they list it, people bid, and you actually win. Bid, buy, sell, and score big today at WisconsinSurplus.com. Because winning isn't just for game day. WisconsinSurplus.com.
Shop the Pig! The new Piggly Wiggly Pig Points program is here, and earning rewards just got easier. Now you'll earn 10 Pig Points for every $1 you spend, and redeem those points on your favorite products right in the store. It's simple, it's rewarding, and it's all right here at your neighborhood Piggly Wiggly. So shop more, earn more, and save more only at Piggly Wiggly. Sign up today at shopthepig.com. Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig!
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
You gotta get down on Friday. It's time to finish the week off right. It's Feel Good Friday on Wilde and Tausch, painted by Home and Lindsay.
Born and raised under the rain and a western wind, felt the way.
We wrap up the show and wrap up the week with Feel Good Friday, painted by Home and Lindsay Paints. And I am, by my own admission, frequently a critic of the National Football League and how they handle things. Maybe some might say I'm not critical enough of the team I cover, but I'm definitely critical of the league. But one of the things that I will admit early on felt like they were taking advantage of a sales opportunity to sell more pink gear was when they brought in the pink in October for NFL clothing and stuff to support breast cancer, the fight against breast cancer. The percentage of donations that they made, according to some research that was done at the time, not high enough. That has changed with the league. They've changed their initiative significantly now. It is all about all the different cancers, which all deserve attention and focus, and their players tell their stories throughout the month of October. And having experienced with Paula having breast cancer, the meaning that has, I just wanted to give a shout out to the league for doing that initiative every year, seeing all the guys wearing their Packers versus cancer gear all week long in the locker room. They do embrace it. I think it's a really meaningful thing, and I appreciate that the league does that. So that is my Feel Good Friday for this Friday. I don't know if we'll be feeling good on Monday when we reconvene. The Badgers could have been blown out by Ohio State. The Brewers' season could be over. But I expect the Packers to win in Arizona. We'll see if that at least happens.
Or we could be feeling really good depending on how this weekend goes.
Mm-hmm. Could be a magical weekend.
Not when I heard Dunzo earlier in the show. That's it for us today. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tauscher, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial